You're fired.
5 seconds. Here we go. Welcome, everyone, to Joe Canam Field at Hawkins Stadium tonight. The Manatee Hurricanes enter tonight's game 5-0. They'll take on the 6-2 Venice Indians. Joining me tonight, as always, will be Gene Brown and Chad Choke. Kevin Van Ostenbridge will join us later on in the broadcast. But first and foremost, we have a game here tonight between Manatee, Venice, a great rivalry between these two. And, Gene, we've seen a bunch of these, and it's more important, we go last year down there. A little bit of weather issues up front. Manatee capitalizes. They win. We come here and really lose when it counted.
Yeah, and it matters. I mean, we obviously won down there when they had a torrential downpour for about 5 seconds at the right time for us. And what it did was it cemented the district championship in our pocket, which was nice. This year, with COVID, there is no district championships. It's really not even a conference game. It's just a game that's played, and you get out there, you see the level of quality of the team that this is going to be, and Venice is going to be a good one. We're 5-0, but it's going to come tonight to show us how good we are.
It's funny that you say that, it's not a district deal and, it's not a game as far as concerning with the district because of the way in which the playoffs are laid out this year. But interestingly enough, I watched the coach's show for Venice this week. Coach Peacock, hey, if we win, we're putting up the numbers of district champion. I talked with Coach Shakir earlier in the week. Said the same thing to him. You know what? We agree. We win. It's a district championship. It's going up on the board.
Yeah, and that's important. I mean, like you said, with the playoffs scheduled the way it is, it doesn't matter getting into the playoffs. But I agree with that. And these kids have a lot of pride. Obviously, they came here and on this field last year and thumped us pretty good when it counted the most. But I think our kids are going to show up tonight and show that we haven't put a full game together yet, but tonight will be that night.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about both of these teams. Manatee coming in 5-0 into the ball game. They've had it's almost a tale of two halves with them. Early on, the first 4 games, the first half of the game, really non-existent. Second half of the game, we've been stellar. Last week, we jump out early against Bradenton River, play extremely well. Second half, we didn't play well at all for almost a quarter and a half before it really mattered to punch one in late. So that's part of it. And then we look at Venice. And Venice is 6-2, 2 losses to IMG, a national power, #1 team in the country. And by the way, you're playing a national all-star team. And then it's American Heritage. American Heritage has been in the state championship 3 of the past 5 years, a great opponent. But you look at last week's game, I watched it on film, a lot of turnovers in that game on both teams. They had 2 American Heritage scored twice on 2 pick sixes, one 99 yards, another one about 45 yards. So they capitalized where they needed to, but it's almost 2 different teams. And I think the biggest difference in these 2 teams right now, Gene, as we go into this, a difference in playing 3 games. Manatee's still working the kinks out. Venice is really late season, well seasoned.
Yeah, and that's a difference when you look at again. We expected a lot this year for Manatee. We thought we were going to have a good veteran team, and again, I think they've showed moments of that, but it's never been 4 quarters together. It's never even been 3 quarters together, really, in a game. And we've played some decent teams. We have not played the quality of schedule as Venice, so tonight's going to be that first one for us. And as we know, we're 5-0. But there's been times we start 0-2 or 0-3 and get very deep in the playoffs, and even at 0-2 win a state championship. So the record's kind of thrown out the window tonight, and now it's going to be what team shows up.
Well, with that said, let's take a timeout. We're going to hear from our sponsor, and then we're going to hear from head coach Yusuf Shakir and his thoughts on tonight's football game. You're watching Manatee Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Hey, Gene, I'm going to run down here, hit the restroom. Chad will bring it back after the coaches show, and then I'll be back. I'll probably be back in time before it's over with. Along with Manatee head football coach Yusuf Shakir, this is Danny Carter, and the Canes, victorious last week over Bradenton River, will now host the Venice Indians tonight. Manatee undefeated at 5-0 will host the Venice Indians, a record of 6-2. And before we get to that game, Coach, let's turn the clock back to the Braden River game. And I thought for the first time all year really was the best first half of football we put together.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Came out fast, jumped out on the lead. I think our kids ain't even know how to act. That's what this is like. Hold up. We used to being in the game, so they want to go ahead and just let the other team back in, and then like, okay, now we can play again. Cause man, like you say, the first half was great, but then that third quarter, it's like we went to sleep. But it's the detail things, and we didn't have a lot of those things happen to us before that game. So you hate to see them, but you love to see how your kids respond. Because when situations occur, the only thing you can do is respond. And so I was very pleased with how the kids responded.
Yeah, it was kind of a tale of two halves. When you look back the first half, as you said, you jumped out and you get everything firing on all cylinders, and it was great to have Jabari Dunbar back in there running the football as well. I think him and Kyrie really fed off of one another extremely well. Charles Armstrong added to that offensive line, and things really seemed to gel in the first half. And then the second half, it's like almost like we fell asleep a little bit, and I expect that sometimes. It's a game of football. Things happen. It's not going to continue on the roll, but it's kind of disheartening a little bit that you just really almost couldn't get out of your own way to create the first downs.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was all self-inflicted wounds. Uh, One thing I would remind myself about is the one positive about self-inflicted wounds is that you can correct them. When people are beating you and you can't do anything about it, that's a situation you really don't want to be in because there's nothing you can do, and you feel helpless in that moment because you want to make sure that you put your kids in the best situation possible. But when the kids are in the best situation possible, then they don't execute accordingly like how they're supposed to. And that's things we can work on and get better at. Also, as coaches, just making sure that we reinforce certain things better on our end to make sure that that doesn't happen. Then also, and then, the kids have to make the plays. I tell people all the time, players play. So, once they get out on that field, they have to perform at a certain level for us to be successful.
Yeah, you talk about making some plays. I think down the stretch there, that football game, Nathan Hyman really stepped up, made some really, really big plays for the Canes defense. And there's been some other players kind of step up along the way as well.
Yes, it has. He did a great job. Him, Samu Vave, they were doing great job up in that front seven. Nate Hyman and then Ron Harley got a sack for us. Dunbar did a great job coming in, getting pressure on the quarterback. Cornell Thomas, of course, he caused the fumble and recovered it. Those guys really just played well. Derek Maurice, all those guys, just played real big for us on the defensive side of the ball and came up in some great situations.
When we look at the first 4 games of the year, as I mentioned a few minutes ago there, that it was been a slow first half.
Mm-hmm.
Last week you get off to a fast start, which I thought was very important. Worried to the fact that if we start slow, we could find ourselves with a snowball coming our way. But this week we go into Venice.
Yeah.
Venice is no doubt, it's a rivalry game. You know each other well, and I guess for all intents and purposes, even there are no districts, it really is a district championship game.
Yes, it really is. That's how we're looking at it because we want to make sure that our kids understand what they're here for. I want every kid to understand when they come to Manatee, they want to play for championships. That's been a standard here for a long time. And once something becomes a standard, that's what it's supposed to be. You can't be like, oh well, this, well that. Create excuses for yourself because excellence has been achieved multiple times here, and that's what we want to continue to build on, can continue to add to. So we want to be in this situation. I'm proud of the kids for getting us in this situation so far this year for us to basically play for a district championship. And every year we've been here so far, we've had that chance, that opportunity. And of course, last year we got over that hump and won it. And of course, we want to continue that going into this year.
Yeah, going into this game, you have a chance really to avenge a loss here at home last year in the playoffs. And I think really when we talk about first half, second half, I think tonight's going to take an all-around 4 quarters of football. It's not going to be an easy task one way or the other. Mm-hmm. Neither team really, I don't expect either team to really pull away from one another tonight. And you look at their quarterback, Colin Blazek, he's a transfer. He come in, he's thrown the ball well, 1,700 yards on the year. But he's thrown several interceptions, 17 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So he's vulnerable. And then you look on the running side of it,
It's the same as usual. They mix it up between 2 or 3 different guys, and you stop the running game, and then you try and figure out a way to get pressure. I guess in years past has been once we get pressure, is getting the quarterback down. And Carpenter was he was an exceptional player though.
Yes, I think that is. They have a very efficient offense. They're the highest scoring offense in the state this year. Of course, they've had a lot of opportunities, so they're coming into game 9. And so for us, we're coming into game 6. So they've worked out all the kinks and then some. For really their new quarterback, kid transferred in to really get fluid with what's going on, and then also for them to kind of start to mesh and so they're way further along than what we are right now at this point. But that's the thing you like about it, because for us it makes our kids play at a high level, and they have to understand that the level they have to play at. People don't realize one game is a huge difference. Let alone you talking about 3 games. That's huge in high school football with that experience. But we love the challenge. We like I told the kids, this is, you want to come to Manatee, you want to play in games like this, and that's what we want to be known as a program. We want to be known as a program that plays in big time games.
Yeah, and it's a big game for sure, and I expect the best out of both teams. What I think this game may boil down to tonight is special teams, and we haven't had any field goal attempts on the year, but I think more importantly we've been consistent on the extra points. But watching their games, they're susceptible to having a kick block.
Yes, they are. They can turn the ball over a little bit, but I think we did too this past game on special teams. So for us, we really have to hone that in and lock that in, and that's everyone knows that kind of knows me. That's pride and joy that I really want to take pride in, and the emphasize in, especially because every game starts with a special teams play, and those hitting plays are just the things that really separate you. And you're right. I think we'll come down to, number one, I think it's going to come down to turnovers and special teams, and then just discipline. Whichever team doesn't make the most mistakes will win, because of the fact that I think both teams are very talented, especially at the skill positions. And so you can't get one person out. One person gets out of place. Both teams have someone that can really can hurt the other team and really make them pay.
Well, Coach, let's go out tonight and bring home another district championship.
Yes, sir.
You just heard from head coach Yusuf Shakir. We'll take a timeout and be back with more of the Shake Pit Countdown to Kickoff. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Welcome back to the Shake Pit Countdown to Kickoff. Manatee Hurricanes are in the locker room along with the Venice Indians in their locker room as well, waiting for the kickoff here. Bring them out anyways. We're about 6.5 minutes before we'll see both teams on the field. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about just local games that are going on around the area and how this season is going to, unfold. Next week will be the last week of the regular season. And I'm joined by, Chad Choate, my color commentator and right-hand person up here with me. And, Chad, kind of fill everybody in on what's going down. After tonight, we got one more, but bottom line is state turn, as far as the state playoffs are set, they're set.
Yeah, it's set to go, ready to roll. And, we do have some local games, though, that mean a lot to pride. I mean, I know we talked about earlier, you and Gene, we're talking about, there is no quote-unquote district championship. But it doesn't matter who wins tonight. We're putting that thing up on the board because both teams deserve it, obviously, whoever wins this game tonight. But there are some really exciting games on the area. IMG and Miami Northwestern is number 1, number 2 in the country playing tonight right here in Bradenton over at IMG. IMG's up 14-0, actually. They must have started at 7 o'clock. So that's a big game for there. Obviously, here we've got Southeast and Charlotte. Another local games playing tonight. Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch is another one. And especially for us, that's something you want to look at, because we played Lakewood Ranch in 2 weeks. Obviously, we played them a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. But, had they improved and how much have they gotten better? And obviously, just playing Sarasota 2 weeks ago, that may give us a little litmus test on, hey, how much has Lakewood Ranch really improved? Because we got to go over there week 1 of the playoffs and play them. Another one that I'm really interested in looking at too is Riverview Rams versus the Palmetto Tigers. Not a whole lot as far as playoffs implications or anything like that, but just a lot of pride goes into both of those games, and it's at Palmetto, and really to see where Riverview and Palmetto are, and then Port Charlotte and Braden River tonight as well. And I'll say this with St. Stephen's is supposed to play Parish Community High School tonight, and Parish had to kind of back away from that. Our condolences to the families there. I know there was an accident there with one of the kids, and unfortunately one of the kids from Parish Community passed away in an accident. So I want to give condolences to the Parish Community High School family and wish them all well, and thoughts and prayers are with you from here for sure. But tonight should be a good one. I think it's a classic, Venice versus Manatee rivalry, and we'll see what happens as the game unfolds.
Yeah, let's take a quick second and look at both of these teams, the Manatee and Venice. Venice comes into this game averaging 162 yards on the ground, 229 through the air for a total of 391. They're averaging 45 points per game and allowing 16 per game. The Manatee Hurricanes come in rushing at 104 on the average per game, passing at 200, a total of 304. Points for 33, points against 21. Don't get caught up in that points for, because Venice has played two teams personally that they scored 70 against two of them, and I don't think either team could amass 10 points if you played 19 times in a row.
Yeah, no question. I mean, Venice has scored 2 times over 71 at 66, and the reality is one of them, we played as well, and we probably could have done the same thing. And you and Gene hit on it earlier. We just really haven't hit stride yet. All 4 quarters, all 3 facets of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. But Venice definitely comes in with an offense that I don't think we've seen really in the past. I've never seen from Venice, really. The points they're putting up and the amount of passing yards especially. Obviously you go back to the Trey Burton years, and some of those where they're run heavy. And I really haven't seen a passing game like that from them, and that's something that we've got to definitely stop. Put pressure on the quarterback, make him make quick decisions, and hopefully our guys are there to make some plays.
As I said, they're averaging 229 through the air. Colin Blazek, he's a transfer. He's from the Midwest. He came in here during the offseason to Venice. He's a senior, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's 111 passes completed to 179 attempted for 1,725 yards, a 62% completion percentage, 17 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. They're going to be led on the ground by Demarion Escort at 460 yards gain, averaging 6.7 yards per carry, and Dylan Turner, 319 at 5.7 yards per carry. I think really when you look at the Venice offense, the guys that you watch the most and really look for, Jashawn Platt, really 436 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns. And then I got to say, hey, put your focus back on Stephon Johnson. He kind of is running. He ran offense for them as a quarterback last year. He's kind of running a little bit quiet, and if you fall asleep, Weston Wolf in that tight end spot, he's a big target.
Yeah, they got 3 receivers, very similar to almost, how we spread the ball around a little bit too at the wide receiver spot. They got 3 guys who are 30-plus receivers, reception-wise, 30-plus. And so that you really can't key on one guy as their main guy. So you just got to be sound all around. And the secondary's got to play great, there's no question. But the best thing that helps the secondary is bringing pressure on the quarterback. So I look to hopefully, talking with Coach Shakir this week, hopefully bring some little more pressure on that quarterback, especially we saw last week what American Heritage did. That's what they did. They were good with some of the interceptions and things like that. So I think we've got to bring some pressure.
All right, we just had the coin toss down on the field. We'll take it down to Gene. Let us know what unveiled down there on the field.
Yes, we won the toss and deferred to the second half.
All right, so the Canes will kick to start this ball game. We're going to take a final time out of the Shake Pit Countdown to kickoff. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more.
It's one thing to be the first hospital in our community.
It's another to still be leading the way more than 60 years later.
As someone who has seen Manatee Memorial evolve over the years, I'm proud of the strides they have taken to stay at the forefront of technology.
Manatee Memorial has always been there for Manatee County. It allows our community to live better.
I was born at Manatee Memorial, so it's no exaggeration to say they've been there for me since the beginning.
You can't really think of our community without thinking of Manatee Memorial.
There's a certain tradition of quality that's always been a part of the hospital.
To me, it's a sense of community pride, a place where little and big miracles happen every day.
Our community would not be what it is today without Manatee Memorial.
They've shown over generations of care that they are great community partners.
I've always felt confident in the team at Manatee Memorial because of the longevity of many staff members and the obvious concern for the needs of their patients.
They really care about our community, and they've proven it year after year.
That's why Manatee Memorial is my hospital.
My hospital.
My hospital.
Manatee Memorial Hospital, serving our community for over 60 years.
Welcome to Progressive Cabinetry.
We design and coordinate your project from beginning to end.
We meet with every client personally.
At Progressive Cabinetry, we'll be with you every step of the way. Let's make it happen.
They say life is better on the water, where the only measure of time is the disappearing tide and the sound of fishermen returning from a long day's work. That's where you'll find Swordfish Grill, nestled along the quiet Gulf Coast in Florida's oldest fishing village. This is a place to relax, to unwind, and enjoy freshly caught seafood. They say life's better on the water. We couldn't agree more. Swordfish Grill and Tiki Bar, located in Cortez, Florida's oldest fishing village.
Welcome, everyone, back to Joe Canaan Field of Hawkins Stadium. Tonight's game between the Manatee Hurricanes and the Venice Indians, just moments away from getting ready to kick off. The Canes won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and before we can get anything going,
a little chippy.
We got a little chippiness going. Venice down here coming out of their locker room, they stayed where they are, which generally they'll go to the other end, which they should have. We didn't do a very good job of directing them down there. Our guys came out. We're not going to take the intimidation. I
No,
love it.
I love
Absolutely love it.
Hey, this is our house, not their house. You know, we're not at Venice Stadium. And here's the thing too, Venice knows exactly where they should come out, where they don't come out, and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They've been down here many times. Coach Peacock knows. And that's them trying to be an intimidation factor. You know what? We're not going to take any part of it. And it didn't escalate to any altercations or anything.
No,
To
not
physical,
at all.
Which is fine. Look, hey, you want to get a little chippy? Let's get a little. It reminds me of the Florida State days and all that. You know, midfield, they've been a little chippy and things like that. So, hey, listen. Bottom line is, our kids have got to believe. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter about me, you, or anybody else listening to the broadcast. The only person that matters is, hey, if we can win and we're going to go toe-to-toe, is the guys in the helmets and the coaches on the sideline.
Well, listen, before we get things kicked off here, first and foremost, I want to come out and say something to a Manatee alum, a Manatee great offensive lineman, Pat Klein. He was a baseball player as well. He underwent surgery on Thursday. He is doing well.
Great.
Keep your thoughts and prayers with him. Apparently, from what I understand, he should be discharged over the weekend, but things are looking on the up and up there. And, Pat, if you're listening, hey, we love you. Always a Hurricane, and your Hurricane family is behind you 100%.
Thoughts and prayers, man. Beat it,
Yeah,
Pat.
and Danny, I was his first baseball coach, so thinking of him at the boys club. And Pat, we love you, like you said, Danny, and thinking of you, and get well soon, buddy.
All righty, and one last quick shout-out. Kevin Murphy turned 50.
Oh, big 5-0 guy.
5-0. I got to say happy birthday to Kevin Murphy. I'd be would kick myself in the rear, and I got a bunch of other people be up me if I didn't do it. So let's get ready for tonight's kickoff. The Manatee Hurricanes will be going right to left. They will be going from the west to the east. They will be dressed in the traditional red uniforms, red helmets, red tops, red bottoms. Venice will be with the green helmets, white tops, green bottoms. We are set for tonight's kickoff. Basically, folks, I'm going to call it all night long. This is a district championship game.
No question. I know, it's a funky year, COVID-19, all the good stuff, but there's no question this is district championship. And you know what's going to be really interesting to see? We were kind of talking about it right there in the break. And they watch film from last week and see what happened. It's interesting to see if Venice comes out, kind of want to run the ball a little bit, see if they maybe line up in some of that tackle over, and we talked about that in the podcast with Coach Shakir, exactly what that tackle over is and things like that. Maybe they come up in something very similar to see if they can take advantage of what Braden River did. So going to see what kind of chess match is going in as we start the ball game.
All right, so Chris Snyder has it teed up, and the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. We get things underway, puts his right foot into it, and he'll kick it deep, and it'll be returned by Jay Sean Platt from the 3. He'll be across the 10, some running room, and finally will go down. It'll be Tyreek Allen over there for the stop, and I think Morey put the fear of God into him as he's coming that way, because we know Tyreek, when he comes, he lowers the boom all day.
Absolutely. Yep, he's skirting down real quick. But another good kick by Snyder, and putting him starting at the 25 and making team go 75. And let's see if Venice can do it, and let's see if offense or defense can hold him here. I'd love to see our defense start with some intensity, be smart, no penalties, and get 11 guys to the ball.
We'll try and set that Manatee defense up front. You're going to have Samu Vave off to the left, Ron Harley. It'll be Derek Maurice and Devon Stewart will be the front 4 here for the Hurricanes. Venice will start 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Colin Blazek, the quarterback, he will flip it out in front. It'll count as a pass, and that'll be Deshaun Platt there on the carry. No, I correct that. That'll be Keon Sears on the carry. A pickup of 5 on the first play of the game.
Yeah, not a bad job of the defense getting there.
This time he's going to throw it out into the flat. Manatee trying to get there. I thought there was a slight hold. A great pursuit by the Canes. The initial tackler missed him. He was there right away, and then it was going to be Markel Jackson to wrap things up at the end. It'll be 3rd down and 5 now for the Indians. They're going hurry up. They take a quick snap. They hand off. They're going to have some running room. He'll have enough for the first down.
Yeah, obviously Venice wanted to go up-tempo, which is what they've shown kind of all year. So
And here they go again, up-tempo. They'll stay with that. It was handoff again to Escort. Escort will run it off the right side. He'll pick up about 5 on the play, set up a 2nd and 5.
It's caused a lot of confusion for the defense when you're running this quick up-tempo.
This time, Blazik takes a snap. He drops back under pressure. He steps up into the pocket, and Samu Vave hits him.
Ooh, don't give me the face
And
mask.
I think we're going to get a face mask. He
Come
dipped
on.
his head down in there, Chad, and I think just enough of contact with the helmet. It wasn't enough to take him to the ground, but it just contact with it.
The positive thing is getting pressure on the quarterback. He's got to step up in the pocket and then take it and run. They don't want him taking it and running it. They want him slinging the rock around. But great job by getting pressure up there. And you just got to watch your hands, as a defender.
Yeah, I don't agree with a 15-yard deal, but again, high school, college, all of it kind of twists me. I've seen 5-yard march-offs on that. Should have been. So first down and 10, Indians, Manatee territory. They're going to kick it out to the left, and the running back's going to get it down to about the 20-yard line. And 20-yard pickup, and Manatee really wasn't even set there.
Well, and the chains weren't set, and
No.
so the refs got to do a better job of holding it. Like right now, they should hold it for the chains to get set, and nobody's sitting on top of the ball for the chains to get set, and that's something that is probably going to be corrected by the refs.
There's a snap. Blazik looking left. He's going to fire towards the end zone. Got a man there open, but clearly thrown too far out in front of him. Incomplete.
And to me, I look at that and say he's throwing pretty quick there before the guy's out of his break. Why? Because maybe we've gotten some pressure on him, and he's wanting to get rid of the ball a little bit quicker.
If nothing else, the incomplete pass helps to slow things down a little bit. Maybe Manatee can get themselves in check here. He'll have 3 receivers to his right. Blazik will fake it. He's going to throw it into the flat. That ball hit the ground, I thought, and
No call.
no call whatsoever. There's no way that ball was completed, and it was not thrown behind the line of scrimmage, so it'll be interesting. They'll call it a completed pass, put the ball out to the Manatee 13-yard line. Third down and 3. Blazik will fake the handoff, throw the quick slant, and it's incomplete, intended for Keon Sears. He had him there, but
he did.
Yeah,
Quick
he
throw.
Almost put a little too much mustard on that one. So
Yeah, again, quick throw there, and that's their first third down they didn't get. And, again, he's throwing quick there. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down at least.
I'd look for the quick out or the quick, there go a quick slant. Trying to draw them off, and Manatee, what are we
That's
doing?
on them. Penalty on them.
False start. That's even better. So that'll back them up. Let's see if Venice will actually try and attempt the field goal. You look at their kickers, and there hasn't been too many field goal attempts for them. Actually, based on the stats they've got, we've got 0 attempts, so they're going to go for it.
Like us.
Yeah, we're identical here in this category. 4th down and 8. Ball at the Manatee 18-yard line. Venice will have to reach the 10. Blazik dropping back under pressure. He's going to be taken down. No, he gets rid of it. It was Devon Stewart, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. Great job by the Hurricane defense.
Great job by the defense getting pressure again. That was I said at the beginning of the game, the key is getting pressure on this guy. He did get rid of it. Good job by Colin actually getting rid of it to Weston, to Miles Weston there, but only gained 2. Flips the field. Now it's Manatee's job. Great job really by the defense of getting pressure, and even though sometimes we didn't, it made Colin throw a little bit quicker than he wanted to.
So here we go. Jace Brzezowski, 1,002 yards on the year, 68% completion. He will start things off. He will hand off straight up the middle. Kyrie Jones trying to battle for a couple of yards. Some positive yards on first down. Let's set that offensive line. Cameron McLeod going from left to right. Frankie Robinson, Quentin Rome, Derek Maurice, and Charles Armstrong.
Yeah, I think the big thing is can we establish the run, very similar to what we did last week against Braden River. If we can establish the run, I think we're going to be okay on offense.
Kyrie will be offset to the left of Jace. They will hand off again to Kyrie. Finds a little bit of running room, still on his feet. He'll get the ball out to the 25, so it'll set up a 3rd down and maybe a short 2, long 1.
Yeah, and he never really got a clean release there, but still running his feet, which is great by Kyrie, keeping his feet moving, even as he's kind of twisted and turned there a little bit. If he continues straight, shoulder straight, maybe he's a 1st down.
3rd down and short. Kyrie Jones off to the right. Here's a snap. They'll hand off to Kyrie. Plenty for the 1st down and across the 32, about the 33-yard line. A 7-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Hurricanes.
Great draw there, really. I wasn't expecting that at all. But great, really, draw fake there by Jace. Looked like he was going to throw and then hand it off to Kyrie. Really wasn't touched until he got tackled there at that 7-yard gain. So offense moving along here. Got a 3rd down conversion. See us keep moving.
Opening quarter, just under 8 minutes to play here. Venice took the opening drive all the way down, turned it over on downs at the Manatee 16. Now the Canes returning the favor. He's going to go deep. He's got Jaden Corbett, and there goes a flag, and I believe that's going to be against the Indians, without a doubt.
Yeah, no question. There's definitely some jersey tug in there from the Indians, and you know, that's their big big cornerback there, no question. Chuck Brantley and
Coach.
Great
Coach
job by
Peacock was trying to get it to go the other way. If this is against Manatee, I mean, offensive pass interference is hard to come by. It's got to be defense because you see the hold against the jersey, and it's clear you're going to move it up. I mean, it's not even a question. That will be against Venice, a hold against them. 100%. The fans here don't like it, but on our side, because we're on the Venice side of this field, but hey, it's a legit call. It's 100% correct.
No doubt.
First down and 10. Canes have thrown 44. Hand off to Kyrie Jones. He bounces off the first guy, and he makes something out of nothing. He'll pick up 2 on the play.
Sometimes it seems like, you know, his footing is off and he's slipping, and it's almost like you got to plant that foot in hard and make a decisive plant. Sometimes it seems like he's almost like on the top of the grass. I don't know if that may be weird to explain, but almost like on the top of the grass instead of planting in and turning going. Some of that may be because, hey, he had a knee injury, and there may be some
favoring
wiggling,
a little
you know
bit.
What I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's gotten more and more comfortable every week. I thought last week was the best week he had. We go second down and 8 for the Canes. Jace will throw it out to Jaden Corbett. He gets by the first guy across the 40, and he's going to be run out of bounds right on the 40-yard line of the Venice Indians. First down, Canes, a pickup of 13 on the play.
Great job by Jace seeing the coverage was off on Corbett. We run on that tight doubles, which I know Quezzy loves to run. Get it out there to Jaden and let the athlete make a miss, and he did. Hey, that's their best corner. Chuck Brantley's the best corner. Make him miss, which Jaden did, and he does a lot of times, and great pickup.
We got a water break on the field. We'll keep things right here. Hey, listen, if you're looking for a great place to bank, go to First Southern Bank. Especially if you're tired of the big bank buyouts, it's First Southern Bank for all of your banking needs. A true community bank led by the experienced neighborhood bankers that live and work in Manatee County. It's a full-service bank offering competitive commercial and consumer loans. First Southern Bank located at 3103 Manatee Avenue West. Hey, another thing I want to get, and we'll get Gene on this one real quick before we come back out of this break. But, hey, when you go onto our app, get on the app, you're going to see as soon as you click onto tickets or anything else, you're going to get something pop up with the Manatee Alumni Association. Go on there and find your way. Hey, listen, they got a great blanket that they are selling right now,
Absolutely.
$95. You can't beat it. It's a great Christmas gift.
Yeah, the Alumni Association does a great job. The Hall of Honor.
That was
we went
awesome.
to last week, and yeah, so kudos to the Alumni Association, no question. John Vita is the president.
We go first down at 10. It'll be Dunbar on the carry. This time Dunbar fighting forward. A good carry on the play. He's going to get 4, maybe 5. We'll see where they put it. And, Gene, you had an opportunity to talk to Carolyn Keller tonight, and she was really pushing that thing big time. It's a great opportunity.
Well, it's an opportunity to raise some money and get it into the Alumni Association for the scholarships, and that's a great thing. There's also something if you go on the Manatee Community Foundation, you can give money to Dave Bristow's scholarship fund that's in there that will end up going to a Alumni Association for a student that's going to go to University of Florida. So a lot of great things in that Alumni Association, Carolyn Keller and John Vita.
Second down and 5. Brzezowski will hand off to Dunbar. He gets by the first tackler. He's got enough for the first down. He's going to get 6, maybe 7 on that carry, and the Canes keep this drive alive as they move down to the Venice 28-yard line.
Very reminiscent of last year where we're physical and just running the ball. And I told people this week, I think we were talking about it tonight at dinner before, I think the offensive line is very close here to gelling. Yes. This is the second game now. This group has been together. It's the first time we've had a consecutive starting lineup together.
Jabari Dunbar still in the backfield, offset to the right of Jace Brzezowski. Dunbar will get it again. This time he's going to kick it to the outside. Fine running room over there, and he went from 0 yards. A nice job of kick it to the outside. Good job blocking, and as it was Charles Armstrong who pinned his man to the inside, cleared the running lane out there.
Yeah. Good job by Dunbar. I don't think it was meant for the outside tackle, but a little too quick there before the pulling guard, but that's fine. Hey, see what's working. See what the offensive line got their guys pinned and follow it.
Second down and 4. The Canes will go empty backfield this time, and, well, we had a whistle. Now we're going to let things play. Empty backfield, 2 to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Jace looks back to the sidelines. Venice sitting in appears to be a cover 2 situation. Let's see what they try and do here. Brzezowski drops back. He looks. He's going to fire right across the middle, and it's going to be it's going to be very close to the first down. It's going to be right at the sticks. Let's see if they mark it for the first down. I think we're going to get enough.
To Jaden Corbett again, good big body, big target for Jace to throw to, and Corbett doesn't go over the middle short like that a lot of times, kind of in that briar patch area in that linebacker spot. But way to be physical there by Jaden when we call your number to going down the middle. Way to be physical.
First down and 10, the Canes in the Crowder Brothers Ace Hardware red zone. Again, empty backfield. Coming up close to 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter of play. No score.
I like us putting Kyrie out, making the corner cover him, and now linebackers going to cover Corbett.
Here's a snap, and we've got a whistle before the play, and that's going to be a false start on the Canes.
Going back to that, though, I like to see what we're doing offensively a little bit, showing something different. Kyrie's out as a wide receiver. That makes the corner take him, and the linebackers got to now cover Corbett in the slot there. I'll take that coverage all day long. Typically, college and pros, you see the linebacker will just slide out with Kyrie Jones, and the corner will come in and guard the wide receiver. But high school, it's kind of tough to go over that and do that. So I like that offensive formation by Kwesi, seeing something maybe, and we'll see if we can take advantage of that.
So Manatee, while things were moving, they get a penalty. He's going to back them up to a 1st and 15. Ball set on the 23-yard line of the Canes. Kyrie Jones in the backfield. It'll be Kyrie with the handoff, and he's going to get past the first initial tackler. Came off the backside to get him. Pickup of a couple.
You know, one of the things that I kind of thought about and talked with Coach about, and I think we've kind of talked about, is when you're going to run the ball, you keep the ball away from Venice's offense, which is obviously we know is potent, and we're doing that. We've got this is an 11-play drive so far, eating up about 8 minutes of the clock.
It's on second down. It'll be another handoff to the interior, and he's going to bounce it out, and then Kyrie turns it upfield. I think he lost his helmet on the play at the end of it, but he's going to push it up. I think he's going to set up a 3rd and 9 in an interesting situation here. And going back to what you just said, tale of 2 different teams right here. Venice goes hurry up. They hustle down the field. They turn over on downs. Manatee methodically has moved the ball down the field, which I absolutely prefer because keep their offense off the field.
Yeah, and absolutely. And one thing we're going to see, and I don't know when we're going to see it, but Jace is going to pull this ball because they're going to be keying the running backs. Jace is going to pull the ball and have plenty of green grass to run, and that's going to come hopefully sooner than later.
Here we go, 3rd down and 9. He drops back under pressure. He's going to have to get rid of it. He's going to hit a huge sack. Huge sack, and that's one of those that honestly he didn't feel it coming off the backside. He's got to feel that pressure coming to him and really just check it through the uprights.
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to get rid of the ball. I mean, that's a good design blitz coming from the weak side, especially left-handed passer. Obviously, coming from his right side, never really saw it. Only had one receiver over there. And whether that was running back should have checked or offensive line should have checked, I don't know. But kudos to Venice and bringing that guy. But, hey, look, 4th down here, see me do something special.
It'll be 4th and forever. And I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to go to Jaden Corbett and just throw up a 50-50 ball if I'm going to do anything right
Agreed.
here. It's, you're too far out to try and attempt a field goal for the first time all year, and you're too close to do anything as far as a punting situation. It doesn't trade out well. Brzezowski takes a snap, he drops back, and then he's going to fire across the middle. He's got a man there. It's Jaden Corbett, and he's going to be very close. I think he has enough for the first down. What a great job and great patience by Jace Brzezowski to wait for Corbett to clear a 22-yard pickup in a 1st and goal situation for the Hurricanes.
Hey, we called Corbett. I thought it was going to be more of a fly, like a 50-50 ball, but great job doing that 15, 18-yard dig, getting the catch, and then not getting tackled by the first guy, getting in a couple yards. Huge 4th down.
Hand off to Kyrie Jones. He's going to go off the left side this time. He's going to bang it a little bit closer, and Gene's down there closer. Gene, what are we about, a 3?
Yeah, we just hit the 3. And on that previous play, the great thing about that is Jace checked off. That was his 3rd receiver.
Yeah, it was a great job. Very, very patient. Even with some pressure coming on him on the backside, he did a good job.
Stepping up in the pocket, had time to throw.
credit that offensive line, did an excellent job of giving him the time to find a guy downfield. And Jace also stepped up in the pocket. So on second down, we'll hand off to Kyrie straight up the middle, and this time he's going to power it up close to about the 2, maybe the 1. Gene standing on top of it, and I'm going to keep going down to it.
Yeah, the 1, right on the 1.
All right, we're on the 1 yard line.
Jace maybe could have taken it there.
1 yard line, and this time he'll hand off to Kyrie, powering straight ahead, and this time he is going to be in. Jace kept it. He pulled it. There it was.
So I
they
told
sold
you
me on it.
It was going to happen sooner or later. And Jace pulled it and had wide open green grass. If he'd have been on the 1 yard this side, he may have scored.
Jace Brzezowski on a 1 yard run off the left side. He absolutely sold me that he had given it to Kyrie in the middle. And I don't know, I think Kyrie might have fell across the goal line as well. So
that is correct.
Chris Snyder on for the point after attempt. Canes take the lead with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's a snap. The kick is up, and it is blocked. That ball was kind of snapped on the backside.
A little on the backside. It seemed a little bit slow going to the ball and kicking the ball, but nonetheless, hey, look, 6-0 Manatee as we go in with 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, Gene, that looked kind of like a snap. The snap looked like it was on the backside of Jay's. He tried to get it around to put it down.
Yeah, it was on his hip. He got it around, but then the ball never came 2 feet off the ground. It hit the back of our lineman. So, I mean, again, the off kicks are there, and that's one of the things that's tough about having your starting quarterback in there, and the line was fired up. But again, a good drive, took a lot of time off, but you hate to give up that point.
Great drive. Let's talk about that scoring recap.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable drive, really. 16 plays. I don't think we've had a 16-play drive, as far as I know, in a long time.
Not in the last 5 years that I can recall.
16 plays, almost about 10 minutes, basically. Ended up with a 1 yard touchdown by Jace Brzezowski for the final cap there of the touchdown. All scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pawn, whether you're buying or selling. 2 locations, one in Bradenton, one in Sarasota. Visit Buccaneer Pawn as we get towards the holidays. Tonight, as we talk about stats, all stats are brought to you by CS&L CPAs. Whether it's tax needs, whether it's auditing needs, visit them online at csandlcpas.com.
All right, so Chris Snyder will come on to do the Basil's chicken and ribs kickoff again. Canes lead 6-0, 30 seconds to go first quarter.
And really really balanced, actually a little more run there than pass, of course. But, passing on that 4th down gave us the big conversion. So good job there offensively by the Hurricanes.
Chris Snyder will put his right foot into it. This will be a returnable kick from the 5. Across the 10 to the 15, and there it's going to be Devon Stewart who's finally going to take him down. I tell you, we had somebody coming as a missile off that side.
I think it was Jason Harrell, number 26, missed him, just missed the knockout shot. But, hey, you know what? Sometimes those are the ones that, maybe get some flags and things like that. But good job by Devon Stewart cleaning it up.
All right, well, let's see how the Venice Indians respond offensively. The Canes last time held them out. They moved the ball down the field quickly in a hurry-up offense. Let's see if the Canes, it'll be Stephon Johnson will start at the quarterback spot here. Johnson will take the snap himself, try to bounce it to the outside. He slips and falls. They'll pick up a couple of yards.
So very quickly we see now, all of a sudden, they go in that wildcat. Hey, let's see if we can run the ball with Stephon like last year, things like that. So that means to tell me Venice is on the offense side, on the sidelines, not comfortable with calling in there.
Here we go, 2nd down. This time they will hand it off, and the Canes stuff him. It'll be Nathan Hyman in there on the stop along with Zachary Meek. So at the end of 1 quarter, the Canes lead 6-0. We're going to take a timeout here from our sponsors. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Every great team has a coach that leads them to victory. Offense, defense, special teams. The coaching staff knows that it takes a full team effort in order to be successful. At Williams Wealth Management Group, we help our clients implement their strategic plan. We take a 360-degree approach to help our clients meet their personal goals. My wife Helene and I are proud Manatee High School graduates, and we love our community that we're raising our family in. At Williams Wealth Management Group, our services are more than money.
We're back here at the end of 1 quarter as we flip-flop into the field. The Canes lead 6-0. In the middle of trying to send a text to my brother, who will then relay it on to Pat Klein, who's trying to figure out how to watch this game. So we're trying to get him to download the app and hit the live stream.
You got Weston Wolf out here in the slot. Watch him. They're big receiver.
Third down and long. Blazek, the quarterback, back in. And I think they moved early, so that's going to back them up 5. Will set up a 3rd and 10, maybe 11.
And here's the thing. You know what? You start this series with another quarterback, and I know Stephon played all last year, but you start a new quarterback. And I don't know how much he's played throughout the season, really, to be honest with you, very seldom. He's a different cadence. Now you put the first quarterback back in, that's a different cadence and different sounding. So I think that would make Venice jump off sides.
Blazek takes a snap. He drops back. He's looking. He's going to fire in a flat, wide open receiver. And we got a flag that was thrown right in the face mask of
one of our guys
defender.
Yeah, obviously not on purpose, but it looked like there was
Ron Harley took it right in the grill.
Obviously, it looked like they did something. Yeah,
holding.
And that's why he threw it so quick but it did go right in.
So that turns the clock back to me. You go way back. There was a professional game in which the same thing happened with a flag thrown, hit the guy right in the eye, and that's when
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation. He happened to turn around, and here comes the flag.
And I think the ref's trying to throw the flag to where the spot is
correct.
So he can put it back.
Oh, it wasn't done intentionally by no means. It's just one of those things. Wrong
Freaky
place,
thing,
wrong
right?
time. Yeah.
And listen, those face masks, they're not very big.
No.
It's kind of crazy.
Tell you what, he must be a great cornhole player. I may team up with him for Goog's tournament. Yeah. Here we go on 3rd down and long. Blazek, look, he's going to pump fake. Now he's going to go deep. He's got a man there. It's going to be Iron Jones in coverage, and they're going to say he landed inbounds. I am not buying that he was inbounds.
No, his back hit first out of bounds. His back hit first out of bounds. That's crazy.
They got it. First down and 10. Venice, a huge play.
Next play.
Moves the ball out to their own 45. They will hand off to the interior, and this time running strong up the middle. And I'll tell you what, who was not happy on that call was Iron Jackson. He was over there. He threw that receiver about 3 yards backwards right there. Here we go again. They'll hand off to the interior. It's going to be carried off to the right side. He's short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short. That was Demarion Escort on the carry.
Yeah, obviously up tempo, and Venice says, hey, look, we got away with it. Let's roll, and see what we can do here. 3rd down.
3rd down and we'll call it a 1.5 yards. 10:45 to go in the first half. Canes lead 6-0. Let's say first missed extra point down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's got to be a delay.
Throw it.
So they hand off this time to Escort again, and he doesn't have enough. He's going to be short yet again. Here comes the question mark. Is Coach Peacock going to go for it? He's in Manatee territory.
I think he does.
I think he does,
too.
He
is very much of an all-out kind of coach. I'm going,
Riverboat Gambler.
I was going to say it, but that's kind of, that's kind of a cliche. But
yeah, everybody uses it.
I think he is. Now we got to stay off. Don't jump off sides.
Here we go. Let's see what the Canes can do on 4th down, and they're going to hand off. It's going to be Escort stopped at first. He bounces outside. He gets plenty for the first down. The initial contact was at the line of scrimmage. Really, I don't think he had a chance to wrap him up.
No, initial contact was kind of low and didn't have his hands there ready. But at least we're there at the point of contact. Look, 4th and 1, odds are you're getting that almost every time, to be honest.
Ball now at the Manatee 39-yard line. Venice on the move, 9:45 to go, first half. This time Blazek throws it out in the flat. It's caught by the receiver. He's going to slip around to 32. We're applying pressure. I like where we're at defensively, a 7-yard pickup on the play.
Yeah, almost it looked like the first defender that kind of went in there to try to stop the blocks could have maybe put his hand up and hit that ball.
Here we go, the handoff this time inside, and he's going to be met and stopped right at the sticks, maybe about a football short. It'll be 3rd down and short, and let's see if we can maybe get a bad snap out of somebody here and help us out. Ball at just past the 30-yard line of the Canes. In this situation, 3rd and short, you already gone one. It's a good passing down, and they will. He's going to drop it. He's going to fire out in the flat. He's got his receiver. Tries to shake him, and he does. He gets by him and moves the ball down close to the 15-yard line. Let's see where they finally set the ball at.
Yeah, just a nice, easy, quick route, just a little sit route there. And easy completion. Corbett, unfortunately, is kind of back there and playing corner for the past 3 or 4 games, of course. But, he doesn't need a whole lot of time there. Iron comes back in for him.
Personal foul against the defense will move it half the distance. I don't even know what that had to been off the field over there where we can't see. Blocked out by the building. So the ball will be set on the Manatee 6. Here's a handoff interior, and the Canes will collapse, but Samu Vave on a stop, but they're going to get a yard out of that play. So it'll be 2nd down and goal at the Manatee 4, and Venice is going fast. Here they come. They will hand off again. He tries to bounce outside. Manatee meets him, and it's going to be into the end zone. He will push himself forward enough to get in. Touchdown, Indians.
Yeah, Dylan Turner, actually pretty good vision there. Nothing was there in the middle. Did that little hop step and kind of found a way to get in there. Defense was really there. We were there, just couldn't really fight his momentum from getting it. But Dylan Turner with a 3-yard score.
Well, that time the Indians got that fast-paced offense to work out for them. Here's the point after attempt. It's up, and it is good, and that'll put the Indians up 7-6. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Welcome to Progressive Cabinetry.
We design and coordinate your project from beginning to end.
We meet with every client personally.
At Progressive Cabinetry, we'll be with you every step of the way. Let's make it happen.
Welcome back to Joe Kinnan Field Hawkins Stadium. The Venice Indians just capped off a rather decent drive, I'll call it. I mean, they backed themselves up. They come up with a huge 3rd down play down the sidelines on the far side from us. It comes down with a big catch that actually kept that drive alive. If that's incomplete, they're going to bring on the punting unit. So, hey, they come up with basically what, everybody calls a 50-50 ball. He threw one up for grabs, and it just landed in the right spot. So let's see if the Canes can get a return opportunity here. Their kicker has got a very good leg. He's boomed a lot of them into the end zone. We'll see if he can get one here. Tyreek Allen and Iron Jackson back deep for the Hurricanes. And he'll get his right foot into it. It's going to be Iron Jackson from the 9. He'll be across the 15, and he'll get across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That's where the Canes will set up shop. Moving left to right, 8:24 to go, first half. 7-6 Indians.
Yeah, see if we're off to get another drive like last time. 16 plays would be nice. It would end the half here with a score.
All right, here we go. The Canes will set up with 2 receivers on either side. It'll be Jabari Dunbar in the backfield. Jace will fake the handoff, keeping himself, and he's got nowhere to go this time. He's lucky to get it back to the line of scrimmage, which he does. Everything kind of collapsed quickly right there as I don't care if he even gave off to Jabari. There was no running room in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's one you probably just say, hey, Jabari, the big guy, you go take it out the middle and roll instead of me taking it.
Well, regardless you just take, you take for what it's worth. You get no gain, 2nd down and 10. You turn around and draw it up and run a new play. Jace will drop back. This time he'll run the draw play. Jabari, he's going to be across the 30, 35, and he's going to have enough for a first down, a 12-yard pickup on the play.
Great job there by Jabari. One of the things I loved about it is that when he got the open field,
he saw
Charles.
He's limping going off. I saw him roll the ankle right there, and that's not good.
No, it's not good at all. But he saw Charles coming up to the 2nd level and kind of hesitated to get behind Charles as Charles came up and made the extra block there to get the first down.
Well, while they tend to Jabari on the field, hopefully it's nothing major. I think it's going to be a rolled ankle. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Manatee County Sheriff's Office is proud to present the new iPhone and Android app. We remain dedicated to providing the highest standard of service to our residents and visitors. So with this app, you'll find valuable information right on your mobile device. The app, in partnership with thesherifapp.com, gives you our latest news and events, most wanted listings, sex offender locations, submit a tip, job opportunities, and more. Manatee County Sheriff's Office is available for free in the App Store and Google Play Store.
All right, we go first down and 10 for the Hurricanes at their own 38-yard line. Jace will take it. He will hand off to Kyrie, trying to bounce out. Stiff arm guy to the 40, the 45. He'll finally be down at the 48, close to the 49-yard line. We'll give him a 12-yard pickup, another first down for the Canes.
Yeah, great job there by Kyrie, feeling the popping outside and also giving the stiff arm to continue getting more yardage.
Jace takes the snap. He'll hand off to Kyrie again up the middle. He's met immediately, spins himself forward for 2. Second down and 8.
You know, it's funny, the 2 yards turns to 7. All of a sudden it's a 12. And, you know, but continue to run the ball, continue to pound the ball is really, if you can see, that's kind of what our game plan is moving in. You know, really, you know, not necessarily calling out the offensive line, but challenging the offensive line to let's win this game.
It's an interesting matchup, really. You're looking at 2 very good football teams right now. And second down, Kyrie will take it off the left side, and he'll power forward. He'll bring up a third and about, let's call it a long 2. He gets across into Venice territory. We're at their 44-yard line. Third down. Take the handoff again. It'll be Kyrie, and he's going to try and drive forward, and he's going to be close to the first down marker. I'm not liking where I'm seeing the spot.
Just short. Probably about half a yard just short.
I'm going for it. We came here. I didn't come here to lay up. It's kind of like playing in a scramble golf tournament. You ain't come here to lay up. Go.
I agree with you.
He'll take the snap, hand off to Kyrie. No, he fakes it, throws it out in the flat, and it is dropped.
Right in Erion's hands. He's got to catch the ball to get the first down. And, you know, gosh, and you come back there and, you know, don't know if it was a pass play intent for a pass play or something that Jay saw and pulled it. But that was a first down, and Erion's got to catch it.
Yeah, that's a tough turnover of downs right there. I mean, we were moving the ball pretty good, running. But, again, you go back, the throw's on the money. Ball's got to be caught, period.
Yeah, ball's got to be caught, no question about it.
Well, guys, from my angle, Jace threw that like a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and it hit him in his back shoulder, which it would have been a good catch, but it needs to be caught. But it was a tough catch. Would have been a tough catch.
So this will be an important series here for the Canes defensively because, you know, getting down a score is one thing, but if you can stop them here, get the ball back, try and methodically move down. Again, Manatee will get the ball to open the second half. So you really is a 2-possession change if you can get a stop here.
Yeah, absolutely. No, got to get a stop, no question. Starts with the stop on defense.
So Venice will start at their own 42, and Manatee jumps offside. Samu Vave trying. Hey, listen, he's listened to that cadence for a while, and he's done pretty good. That time he tried to jump it, and I don't fault the kid. He's trying to be aggressive, and, hey, there was an opportunity, and it just didn't happen.
You know what? You calls it on defense, you got to stop him now. So got to come up with a big play.
It'll be first down and 5. Mark says second down, but it's not. They will hand off, and this time they had a couple guys right there with him, and got some pushing and shoving going on. I thought we had him back there. We have 4 or 5 guys with him, and I'll tell you what, the Marion Escort is finding it hard to find some running room right now. The interior of the Canes are doing a very good job defensively.
Yeah, he's only run for 24 yards, and actually Dylan Turner's outpaced him a little bit here and came up with the touchdown as well.
Yeah, now they'll bring Turner back in, who's had a little bit more success running the football. This time they'll fake it. He's going to throw right down the middle, wide open. It's going to be Wolf, and Wolf's going to carry it all the way down to the Hurricane 15-yard line. And Hey, that's just one of those things. I actually going to set on the 16, but that's just one of those plays that they just lull you to sleep, and then Wolf just does a chip and go.
Yeah, no question. And Markel's kind of over there to the trip side instead of the single. And, he's looking for run, especially on a second and 2. And, Wolf's a big receiver, and, Colin hit him.
So they run Dylan Turner on first down. He'll pick up 2, second down and 8. Ball at the Hurricane just inside the 15-yard line. 4:50 to go in the first half of football. Venice leads 7-6. See if Manatee can come up with a big stop here. Blazek takes a snap under pressure. It's going to be thrown out, and that was Nathan Hyman who came with the blitz up the middle, and he was close to getting it.
He was very close to getting it, and again, you bring pressure on a quarterback who likes to sit and throw it. Errant throws happen, and that was a backside low shoulder. He wasn't going to catch it, but maybe next time it's a little bit higher.
I'll go back to last week against American Heritage. They were down in the same territory and threw a pick 99-yard return here. Yep. So let's see if we can come up with that ourselves.
I love bringing pressure. Bring it.
3rd down and 7. Blazek takes a snap. Here comes the pressure up the middle. They just missed him, and then they'll fire to the end zone. Touchdown. Manatee had the pressure coming. We just missed it on the blitz, and give Blazek credit. He sidestepped the blitz guy and finds the guy in the end zone for a touchdown.
You got to give, and for Cornell Thomas running blitz untouched, one thing you want to coach from the sideline is come to balance. Slow down a little bit. Your speed got you there 3 or 4 yards from the quarterback. Slow down a little bit so that way you can make an athletic move like he makes an athletic move. And that's something you just got to learn. Cornell hasn't played, linebacker, but 5 games now for us.
The extra point is up and good, and that'll put the Venice Indians up 14-6. And no big deal. Let's let the offense come out. 4:29 to go. We'll keep things right here. We'll talk about Bose Imaging Center. They are dedicated to bringing you the best in quality radiology imaging. The Bose family has been in healthcare for more than 4 generations. The state-of-the-art facility is easily located in the heart of Bradenton. Bose Imaging Center, where quality and customer service is the standard. Also, Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery of Bradenton is proud to support the Manatee Hurricanes. Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery of Bradenton provides dental implants and wisdom teeth removal with an experienced and certified staff. Contact Stephanie Zastro of Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery at 941-747-5597. So 4:29 to go, first half. Indians lead 14-6, and turnover on downs by Manatee results in an Indians touchdown.
Yeah, and with good teams, you cannot turn the ball over, whether it's on downs, whether it's a fumble, interception, whatever it is.
Here's a low line drive kick that I believe is going to be taken by Tyreek Allen. He'll find a little running room out close to the 30 before the Indians stop him. So let's see what the Manatee offense can get going here.
Yeah. I think this is I know we get the ball back in the second half. I think, though, this is a pretty telling drive for us to see. Obviously we had the turnover on downs last possession. They score. If we can come out and get a good drive together, get some kind of points on this drive, I think it's a very telling drive for our offense to see if, we're really capable of kind of picking ourselves up and moving the ball.
Kyrie Jones will join Jace Brzezowski in the backfield. It'll be offset to the left of Jace. It'll be a handoff to Kyrie. Sidesteps one, and he's going to get out across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and there's a late flag thrown, and that's going to be against the Indians. I think that's going to be an easy 15. That's a 12-yard pickup for Kyrie, and I'll tell you this much. After last week, I thought Kyrie ran the ball extremely well with Jabari back there doing some things with him. He's running the ball extremely well tonight as well.
I think he's seeing it much better. I thought the first 3 or 4 games, his vision just wasn't there yet, coming back from the injury. And I think all of a sudden he's starting to see the field very well. And all of a sudden you get Jabari Dunbar back, and he's making some runs. It makes you kind of push yourself a little bit harder, which is what you want to see in these athletes. And I think Kyrie's really answering the bell.
So that personal foul against the Indians will move the ball into Indian territory to the 44-yard line. First down and 10, Manatee. 4:07 to go first half. Jace will take the snap. He will hand off to Kyrie. This time, nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Indians did a good job of penetrating into the backfield.
Yeah, once in a while, you know, you're going to have probably the defense make a play here and there. But, again, when you continue to pound the ball, 1 or 2 yard gain, 4 or 5 yard gain, 10 yard gain, all of a sudden, later in the second half, those things turn into 20, 30, 40 yards. Hopefully.
Second down and 10. Hurricanes at the Venice Indian 44. Jace takes the snap, drops back. He's going to fire right in the middle. It'll be Jaden Corbett with a catch. He's going to get the ball out to the 36-yard line, an 8-yard pickup.
Almost a little low there from Jace, but a little zip on it, though. But great job. Way to read Jaden finding the open. Great job by Jaden finding the open, soft area there in the zone.
Approaching 3 minutes to go first half.
We'll check with these, see what the Indians are in, see if Coach Green wants to do something different.
Chase takes the snap. He will hand off straight up the middle. Kyrie enough for the first down and more. That'll be a pickup of 8.
Yeah, and the offensive line is doing a great job at getting body on a body and just letting him find his hole. And he is moving a lot better tonight, where he's seeing that initial line of scrimmage and then cutting.
I know you love seeing the offensive play, you know, being physical, Gene. I know you've been calling it all year, and we've got to have it.
Kyrie will check out. They'll bring Iron Jackson in the backfield, something we haven't seen all year, and I kind of like this right here. This time it'll be a fake to Iron, and a good job by Jace, and he's going to pick up positive yards. We get 4, almost 5, and we'll give him 5 on the play.
Yeah, I like, you know what, you bring Iron, and all of a sudden the defense says, wait a minute, that's a new wrinkle, and you're going to key Iron, so when he goes in motion like that, and they're going to do the kind of jet read look there. Good job being physical by Jace, getting up there and getting 5.
Here's what I really like about Iron. I loved him as a freshman back there, and his fresh legs too. And this time he's going to get it. He's got some running room. Oh, and he slips at the 20. He's going to be close. Oh, man, he tried to make that cut and just slipped. And
I don't know if he cut with the wrong foot, with the inside foot.
I think it's just the turf. The turf is thick.
It's a little bit loose.
Yeah, it's very loose.
And you see the speed difference on that, guys. That was the speed that he got through that hole. And he does, if he is able to plant that left foot, he scores.
Now he'll check out. Kyrie Jones will check back in. His 1st and 10 as the Canes are in the Ace Crowder Brothers red zone.
But a good change of pace there, bringing fresh legs in there, getting outside a little bit, which we really haven't done much this year.
This time they will hand off to Kyrie going forward hard, and this time Kyrie will get hit. He'll turn and twist and pick up 4, maybe 5. We'll call it 4. We're going to set that ball down around just inside the 15-yard line.
We got about a minute and 15 left on the clock, all 3 timeouts left. So, you know, with 3 timeouts, that's kind of an eternity with a minute. So,
tell you what, it went from what I thought was 4 to 5 and almost 6-yard pickup. We'll call it 5. Second down and 5. Hand off to Kyrie again. This time he sidesteps the first guy. Very good job at the line of scrimmage to hop left and then pick up that speed again. It's going to set up a 3rd down and about a yard, maybe just a hair over a yard as the ball set just on the 10-yard line. This time they'll hand off to Kyrie again, and he's going to get enough for the first down, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Now we got a timeout called right here.
38 seconds to go in the first half of football. And I'll tell you what, Chad, another methodical drive coming down here.
No question, another methodical drive, and really coming from the run game, following the offensive line, challenge them, let's go after it. And here we are with, 38 seconds left. And I said, just kind of see tell the tape right here, see when we got the ball on the 30, what kind of, possession are we going to put together here going in. And this is great.
So you got 2 timeouts remaining. I'm going to tell you what, if I'm doing this, I'm coach, I'm looking at him and say, okay, there's a couple things I could maybe dial up here if I want to throw the ball or whatever. But just watching that Venice defense, when that timeout was called, it was almost like a relief.
Yeah.
They're gassed. They're getting beat up. An offensive line, and I'm going to look at my offensive line and say, hey, guys, find me the end zone.
I know. And I know Kevin, I know Gene down there from the sideline. They'll love it. Pound the rock, man. I agree with you. And watch. Jace may pull anytime, just like he did before. He'll be a chance to pull. Hopefully,
we've sold it. Yeah, they've been selling inside the whole time. Let's see what we do here. 1st down and goal to 9. This time he'll keep it himself. He's going to be to the and he stopped just shy of the 5. He got it, positive yards. Clock still running down to 25 seconds.
Looked like he may continue, could have gotten in. It's easy for us now up here to evaluate, but looked like he may continue to go outside because you had a wide receiver there, maybe to block the corner again. But nonetheless, positive yard gain there, call timeout.
Got the ball to the 6. So now the question comes to this. You had 22 seconds left. You want my personal opinion what I do?
I think I have an idea what you're going to say.
I'm going with Jabari in the backfield. Or I may go both in the backfield, him and Kyrie. And I'm going to run on this play. I'm going to call the timeout. And then we know we got the option to throw. All right, and it's not a bad time to throw here, but if I'm going to throw, I'm going to get out on the edge to make that throw rather than sit in the pocket. But I personally, I like running inside the tackles right here and making something happen.
Agree. I'm okay with the running inside. I wouldn't mind maybe you widen out everybody to the right side in trips, leave Corbett to the left, short side, and throw a 50-50 ball.
All right, let me check
Corbett.
that.
It almost looks like that's what they're going to do.
Hold on, let me check that.
Jet sweep with Iron.
I'll take that too.
You got Iron there, but I'm not going to buy the jet sweep. Let's see where he goes. He's going to be set in that slot. They're going to fall asleep on him and watch for him to be the one to catch it
he's right there at the wing back right there.
Yep.
Iron is on the left side.
Here we go. They'll take the snap. They'll fake it. He's going to fire right in the middle. It's Iron Jackson. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
What guy? Were you listening to Quezzy as he called that?
No, I just can see it, dude. When you bring in your playmaker, there it is.
But that is an NFL catch right there. To catch that ball the way that was thrown.
That was a rifle shot.
Perfect.
Here we go. The Canes look at a possible 2-point conversion. We got the swinging gate. Let's see how they set up. I'll tell you what we did right there is you get the ball to start the second half. That is a huge, huge possession right there for the Hurricanes.
Methodical.
Chris Snyder on for the point after. It's a good snap. The hold is down. The kick is up, and this time it's up and through, and it'll be 14-13. We got a flag on the field. Let's see what we have.
Illegal jumping by Venice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Gene, based on where it was thrown at. So he must have gone right up over the center.
Take the penalty and then go for 2? Or just kick it into the end zone?
I think they'll probably just
I think you try and kick it into the end zone right here. And we've got a steady north wind, correct? I mean, it's not like it's helping us one way or the other.
It's kind of like south, north-south, north to south, yeah. I don't know. Which way is north? I'm all confused.
Up here.
It's been a long 3 months.
You're on the south side of the field, guy.
It's blowing from north to south. It's been a long 3 or 4 months, guys.
I hear you.
Campaigning.
Four more days, and hopefully we'll be celebrating.
Well, listen, what a drive right there! 11-play drive for 70 yards for the Hurricanes there, culminating obviously in the touchdown pass from Jace Brzezowski to Iron Jackson, which was just on a needle and a great throw and great catch by Iron. All scoring recast brought to you by Buccaneer Pond, buying or selling. It's around Christmas time here, getting close here. Getting real close to Christmas time. 2 locations, Sarasota, Manatee.
So let's think about this. I want you to put something in perspective. That's 2 drives tonight, totaling almost 30 plays for 2 touchdowns.
And that goes back to the running the game, being consistent with the run game. You're getting a couple yards, maybe 7, then 10, and continuing to stay with it. That's what that tells me, that we're really pounding the rock.
Chris Snyder on for the kick, and he bangs
Don't
it,
jump.
and I think we're going to be offsides on the kickoff.
Oh, gosh, we were not. I mean, it was.
Yeah, that was a
close.
lay.
It was close. It was close.
I think he was across. We're looking right down the line, so we'll move it back to the 50 and
we kicked it to the bathroom. The
Yeah.
women's restroom is what they hit. I mean,
So we'll have another Basils and chicken and ribs kickoff here.
But he'll kick it again in the end zone.
I would hope so. Canes 14-13 trail right now to the Indians. It's really is not a missed extra point. It's a blocked extra point. It was just a bad snap on the initial touchdown. So they kind of flush that and let it go because Chris Snyder's been phenomenal since game 1, and I can't blame him for that block kick. So he'll tee it up and do it again. Right foot into it, a low-line drive that is going to be mishandled. It's kicked around a little bit. And they're going to take him down, and a flag late, another flag. Here it comes. Flags flying, going everywhere.
Hey, now listen, this first flag, I don't know what the first flag was on. I don't even know where that came from. The second flag, obviously, a little tussle between us two, and I don't know if they're going to call the second hit, the first hit. It's usually the guy that hits second usually gets the personal foul. And I don't know if that was us or them.
Oh, what's the worst case scenario? If worst case scenario is you got a face mask penalty and then be followed up with a dead ball penalty, that we could actually tack 30 yards on this if it is that situation. So that could be the worst situation. That would then take the ball.
Peacock's definitely on the middle of the field.
All the way out in the 40.
Peacock's definitely on the middle of the field. I mean, you got to get back up.
You just got the other coach off. Now you got him coming out. I mean, let's get some controls here, right?
But, here's the thing I'll give Peacock. He sees Shakir's out there talking. He says, hey, wait a minute, I want my chance to kind of yip and yell a little bit.
It's like watching a court case here.
Or the debates, you know what I mean?
Personal foul against Venice. It was the initial as a targeting. Another personal foul and a personal foul. Everything offset, and everybody have a personal foul. Let's crank it up right there. So,
well, the first personal foul targeting was accepted by us, so it's half the distance to go. The other two offset each other.
Now, the important part about the second one is I don't know who the second one was on for them. I don't know the number, but on us it was Tyreek. So another personal
you can't
foul,
have another one.
Another personal foul, he's gone. So that, I know it negates itself right now, but that could be something in the second half. You kind of look at it and say, hey, listen, Tyreek, we got to,
hey,
the whistle's going.
Tyreek's credit, he controls himself most of the time for a guy who plays with a motor that runs.
In a lot of emotion.
Yeah, at 9,000 miles an hour. I'll tell you what, I wish he'd have snapped a little further. He's taking a knee in the end zone.
He's very close.
He was close.
He's very close.
So that'll be the final play of the first half. We'll wait for Gene to find Coach Shakir down on the sidelines, and Canes will trail 14-13 here. But I'll tell you what, a very, very good offensive showing there in the first half, Gene, and I think he's got to be proud of what we've done. Venice just came up with a couple of big plays.
Hey, Coach, I want to say that was probably our finest first half of football. By both teams played well. Defense stepped up. Offense came back and really changed the tide when we came down and scored to get the ball coming out of the second half.
Yeah, it did, because especially, like you say, us getting the ball. So we got a chance to swing this whole momentum and take control of this game in the second half.
Yeah, defense started out well by holding Venice on the fourth down there when they came down. And a quick offense, but that's probably the quickest high school offense I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too. I ain't never seen people get set that fast and then let them just go like that.
But I was impressed with our defense to stop them that way. And, we just got to hopefully put a second half together like that.
Exactly. We just got to keep and just focus. Once we eliminate those mistakes, we'll be good.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Yeah, Jane, I got to agree with him. We're talking about when they ran that offensive series down there, moving at the pace they were moving, the chains weren't set. In high school football, even in college, you have to wait for the chains to be set, and they weren't waiting on it. They were just letting it fly. So hopefully a few words will be, mentioned, at least just, hey, throw it in their heads. Let the chains get set first before you start the next play.
Hey, Danny, I'm going to say something, though, with Coach Peacock. We know he is a great manipulator, and if he's your guy, you love him. If he's not your guy, you don't. But he worked those officials to say, let it happen, and he got them to let it happen.
Correct. And you know what? It's not the right thing to let happen, but, hey, tip your hat to the man. He got away with what he needed to get away with right there. So we're going to take a timeout and we'll have more with the Shake Pit. Halftime report is Manatee trails 14-13 at the half. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Manatee High School was established over 100 years ago in 1897. Since its inception, Manatee High School has fostered a spirit of excellence, loyalty, and proudly promotes the welfare of past Manatee County graduates and our future generations. The Manatee High School Alumni Association is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization with a volunteer board of Manatee High School alumni. Participation in our dedicated association is free, and we welcome members to volunteer with us. Through our various programs and events, we promote camaraderie, spirit, and service to the thousands of graduates we represent. We're devoted to offering exceptional opportunities for alumni who still maintain strong bonds. To date, we have an astounding 5,103 proud registered alumni members. Our oldest active members are proud Canes from the class of 1932. Our fantastic Alumni Association website is free to members and provides information such as monthly class luncheons, numerous photos, online yearbooks to view and for purchase, a classmate directory, and other beneficial information. Generous donations and alumni support also assists with providing exciting class reunions for graduates as far back as 1943. The Manatee High School Alumni Association focuses on several key components to our graduates, past, present, and future. At the heart of everything we do, we equip Manatee graduates with tools and techniques to help support their potential. Today, we provide a $500 college scholarship to 5 dynamic and promising Manatee High School graduates of all financial challenges. Our mission, possible through generous donations, is to increase the number of scholarship opportunities to more students, providing aid to graduates with their education, developing confidence, as well as real life and personal leadership work skills. Financial need, desire to better themselves, and academic ability are the main criteria for these scholarships. Mentoring is vital and provides professional socialization and personal support to facilitate growth among graduating students. The Manatee High School Alumni Association supports quality mentoring that greatly enhances students' chances for success. Through generous donations and support of Manatee alumni, mentor programs are available and pair outgoing students with alumni in similar career fields. Donations and alumni support also allows the Manatee High School Alumni Association to continue its tradition of recognizing and honoring outstanding MHS alumnus. Nominations are accepted on our free membership website. Outstanding Alumni Award nominations are submitted and are awarded to a graduate of Manatee who has demonstrated a superior level of commitment to our alma mater, who has distinguished themselves through an active participation in our community. Those recognized with this award are considered among the very top citizens of our community and our country. Donations also make the Athletic Hall of Honor possible. This inspirational evening was established in 2015. And anyone may nominate a graduate from any graduating class who has achieved distinction on the athletic field and beyond the fields of Manatee High. These honorees are also recognized for having a positive influence on the lives of others. Inductees, their families, and friends are welcomed at a reception dinner, followed by an induction program held for the inductees. We're also extremely proud of our first responder alumni for their dedicated and brave service to our community. With donations and participation, the Alumni Association will express our gratitude by implementing and honoring MHS first responders with an awards dinner in addition to other recognition ceremonies. The Manatee High School Alumni Association is also extremely grateful for our courageous alumni for their dedicated service to our country in the United States Armed Forces. We are honored to support all United States military branches. Names can be registered on our website. Go USA! Our Alumni Association is an immense network of professional contacts, all whom already have one thing in common: the honor to be a Cane. All operations and events to ensure Manatee High alumnus success are financially supported solely by donations. Please consider supporting the Manatee High School Alumni Association today. We are Manatee.
Ladies and gentlemen, high school football team, just a reminder that no one should be sitting in the red sections of the bleachers. No sitting in the red section. Also, no standing on the fence line this year, fans. Enjoy the game from the bleachers.
If one of us were to have it. High five. One of us have it. Yeah, probably. But I don't have any. No, I'm just saying that's how. I don't have house party. Okay, I'm gonna answer. I'm not saying. Hi. I still at the game. Hello? Hi, Haley. I miss you. I can't see anyone's face. I literally can't see anybody. You go to Manatee? You go to Manatee? I never see you. Are you hybrid? Oh, dang it. I'm hybrid A. We're right past each other. Jonathan who? Jonathan who? This is the varsity. That's probably who I said hi to. This is the varsity. This is the varsity, not the football team. What'd you just say? The JV. This is the JV. This is the varsity. This is the varsity. Yesterday was the JV. I have no clue. Okay. No, not really.
Welcome, everyone, back to Joe Canan Field Hawkins Stadium as we wind down the Shake Pit halftime report. We'll get with Chad here real quick. We'll cover some stats of the first half. Canes trailing 14-13. Chad, pretty good job offensively of what we've done as far as running the football.
Yeah, only real blemish really of the night is missed extra point, which, we did see in Palmetto when they missed it. It came back to haunt them. So hopefully it doesn't haunt us. But really on the night, even with the turnover on downs, we still went about 60, 70 yards before the turnover on downs. But we're 2 of 3 in scoring on our drives. We've already eclipsed 100 yards on the night rushing. With Kyrie Jones leading with 18 touches for 82 yards. Jabari Dunbar, hopefully we didn't really see him after that little ankle tweak, had 4 carries for 30. Jace with 9 and a touchdown as well. Jace also throwing the ball. He's 5 for 7, 55 yards and a touchdown. Corbett with 52 yards on 4 receptions as well. So offensively, I think we've seen, I think that's the best first half we've really put together drive-wise. Had a drive of 16, a drive of 11. That ended up in touchdowns. With Venice, I think it's very similar to what we thought. I thought they were going to be able to throw the ball a little bit. They're already right at 100 yards for Blazek with a touchdown, and he spread the ball out to 4 different wide receivers. And, they've only run the ball for about 50 yards. And so it's interesting to see how they come out in the second half. I know that second series, they kind of said, hey, let's put Stephon Johnson in and see what we can do there. I don't think they'll necessarily come back with that. I think they'll do a lot of RPOs. But if we continue to bring pressure on him, I think we were really close to making a big play, in the backfield sack-wise. If we can bring some pressure on him, continue to make him kind of throw off balance, you never know what happens on the back end with those errant throws.
Yeah, all of those stats are brought to you by CSNL CPAs, numbers you can count on. Just visit CSNL CPAs. Let me just say this much. You mentioned Jabari Dunbar there. I saw him down there stretching. He's bouncing. He's moving pretty good. So, and I knew that last series we got inside the 10. He actually was coming on the field, and then they pulled him back and put Kyrie in. So he's been ready to go since the end of that first half, which is a great plus. You can't afford to lose him right now. He's been running the ball so well all year.
But I do like us seeing a little bit of Iron Jackson in the backfield.
Oh, I love it.
Maybe getting him on the outside jet a little bit. And even if he doesn't get it, it's the threat of him that could take it to the house and may open up some things for Jace in the middle if he pulls it. So I do like seeing him getting involved.
Yeah, if he doesn't slip on that one, who knows how far he goes. I'm not saying he gets to the end zone, but there's no telling how far he gets. And then, we'll check in here in the second half. This will be Kevin Van Ostenbridge on the sidelines. And, Kevin, hey, you just got to love the energy of the Canes. Aside from a missed extra point, so far, played a very good football game.
I agree. It's the most complete first
the most complete first half we've put together so far this year. I agree with a lot of what Chad said. We have to keep the energy high. We have a few guys that go both ways. And so as long as we don't start cramping up, we keep playing hard, and hopefully they're hydrated and they're ready for a grind in the second half because Venice isn't going anywhere.
Quickly grab your opinion. That last drive, when we took the timeout, Venice Indians defense looked like they were gassed.
Yeah, I agree. I hope so. But we were certainly our offensive line was sort of having their way with them up front. And hats off to Coach Green. How patient was he with those drives? I mean, it seemed like they scored kind of quickly, and we had to really grind it out. But he never lost his patience. He stayed with it all the way to the end.
Yeah, stay with the run game and continue to pound the ball.
All right, well, everyone sit back and enjoy the second half of football as we get ready to get things underway. Venice kicking off left to right, and the kicker bangs it deep, and it's going to be Iron Jackson from the 6. He'll be across the 10 to the 15, gets by another at the 25 to the 30. He's got a little open room across the 40, out to the 44-yard line. A great return. That's going out to the 44 from the 6, a 38-yard return by Iron Jackson.
And listen, I'll tell you this right now. He started going right, and I said, they got 4 or 5 unblocked guys there. And the slight little move he put, little dead leg move he put on the first defender really got him out open to where he made the second level where guys were blocking. So big return for us, get some momentum. Let's see if we can start out here with the offense.
The Manatee offense will start at their own 44-yard line. Kyrie Jones will join to the left side of Jace Brzezowski in the backfield. He will hand off a late read and a pretty good read on that one. He held on to that as long as possible, and I'll tell you what, a very nice job of spinning by Kyrie Jones to pick up positive yards.
Very athletic there by Kyrie, right as soon as he's getting the ball in his breadbasket there to maybe plant and make a move there. And he's a big guy, and he's agile on his feet, so good job there by Kyrie.
Second down and 6 for the Hurricanes. This time it'll be a handoff to Kyrie straight up the middle this time, and he'll pick up a few yards. He'll get across midfield into Indian territory. He'll set up a 3rd and 4. I like it. We're still pounding the ball inside. You're finding a lot of success in there, and I don't let you go away from it. But
you're going to see a pop eventually, or where Jace reads it right and pulls it.
Third down. Jace takes the snap, drops back. He looks. He's going to pump it, and now he's going to fire into the flat. He's got a receiver there. He sidesteps one. It's going to be Arion Hines. He's going to catch it, spin, pick up about. He's going to get it all the way down. Let's see. He's going to get the ball to the 30. Where they're going to finally set it. They're going to set the ball at the Indians' 39.
That's
10-yard pickup right there on that play.
That's about as good as an offensive play. I mean, listen,
great offensive line. How much time?
Unbelievable protection.
Yeah.
Great job by Jace.
First down will be Kyrie Jones powering his way forward, still pushing guys. And I'll tell you what's even more impressive, just watching the offensive line push people there.
No question. That is going back to Jace, though. He went from his first option was a swing route. It was covered. Offensive line giving up time, and he stayed in the pocket, found Arion Neri for the first down. Great play there. And then, obviously, good job by Kyrie just pounding it now.
So Manatee's going to go big up front. They'll bring in Dylan McKee as the back, the H-back, and they'll hand off to Kyrie. Running room. He's going to be across the 15 to the 20, down to the 10-yard line, and an open room. And I think just putting in McKee, who actually got the first key block, and it's a 26-yard pickup and a great block up front. And going just to putting him in the H-back spot here.
Yep, and up-tempo. Let's roll with it.
Here we go again. 1st and 10. Canes in the Ace Hardware Crowder Brothers red zone, and Kyrie will fight forward close. He's getting down there close to the 5.
But going back to what you said with McKee, the extra offensive lineman in there at H-back, he's roping in there and lead block there to the linebacker on the second level. I agree with you. Big physical kid being offensive lineman, opening doors there for Kyrie.
Ball appears to be on the 5. Manatee is confused at who they're bringing on and off. So now now we're going to get an illegal substitution.
Well,
I don't understand. How's that illegal substitution if he didn't come all the way? He came on the field, but he didn't.
Off, so it looks like something was wrong with Kyrie, and that's why Jabari thought should be coming on. And something looks like an earpiece or something's gone. And so maybe that's why he thought he was going to
a little confusion. Regroup right here. So that's going to back the ball up to the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal from the 10. There's a guy really hadn't even noticed E.J. Allen tonight. He's on the field. First time,
to be honest.
Yeah.
But
we lost him last week. Yeah, on
injury.
injury.
He's a guy you want to get in, get touches.
Jabari Dunbar set to the left.
They jumped. Give it to him.
Wow, he didn't get it. No, but he went with a hard count. Almost got the Indians to jump there. 2nd down. Jace takes a snap, looks. He's going to now hand off on a draw play to Dunbar. Dunbar's got running room across the 5 to the 1 into the end zone. Touchdown. Jabari Dunbar, 10-yard scamper, and the Canes take the lead back from the Indians on the opening drive, second half.
That's the second time we've run that that draw, and a great job by Jay selling it. I thought he was throwing it. There's no doubt, and I said, "Oh, you got a guy open there on the right." Great job for the draw, and you know what it really does, offensive lineman-wise too. Them getting the second level really creates everything for Dunbar. Not even touched till he gets the end zone.
Chris Snyder on for the point after. Good snap. The hold's down. The kick is up, and it is blocked again.
I don't know if that was low. I missed it.
That was a low kick. Kevin's down there on it. It almost looked like it was, honestly, a half-hearted attempt to even kick it.
Yeah, it was a low kick, and it was half-hearted because we had 2 guys come through the line pretty much immediately. You know, we're like Swiss cheese up front there. I don't know what's going on.
That's the first time we've seen that all season where they're getting up in there, and that's 2 blocked extra points, so it's a 19-14 game. And by golly, I can tell you what, I've got nightmares of 19-14 games. I can go all the way back to 1985 when the Canes went to Lakeland, lost 19-14. We actually did another one back against Lakeland 19-14. The 19-14 is a funny number for me. So.
Well, and unfortunately, it kind of gives a damper to the drive there. You know, we go 57 yards there for a touchdown on 8 plays, ends up with a 10-yard rush there by Dunbar, but kind of puts a damper on the drive a little bit, and that's twice. We got to get that corrected.
Chris Snyder on to do the Basil's chicken and ribs kickoff. He's going to kick it down. It'll be taken at the 5. Returner's going to be across the 15 to the 20. He's got some running room across the 25. He stiff arms another guy still on his feet. He's across midfield and another block, and he's going to go to the house. Kick return, touchdown, Indians. 95-yard kick return. And for the first time this year, the Canes have been bit on special teams.
Yeah, we've done pretty well on kickoff returns and even punt returns on the year, and that's the first one obviously returned really for a significant gain and obviously a touchdown. And talk about a big momentum change there. You know, we go down and take the ball for a 4 or 5 minute drive and score. You know, now all of a sudden, quick score by Venice. That's tough. That's just tough to give a big explosive plays like that.
I don't want to speak too early, but we could turn around and do the same thing going the other way.
No, we absolutely could.
Yeah. Yeah, the return man on that one was, see if we got who it was on it. It might have been Keon Sears. I'm not sure. They got these great numbers. They're hard to pick out on those guys. It's either him or Chuck Brantley, and it might have been Chuck Brantley on the return. But, hey, the key to it was really when he took it to the left. He had a great stiff arm. That's what freed him up to take off and go.
Yeah, it looks like it may be Chuck. They're kind of congratulating on the sideline. But, either way, they got some athletes. And so, look, you got to come down and square. Looked like Cornell Thomas was free coming down. Looked like he you just got to come to balance and make a play in the open field.
Hey, first big hiccup we've had is in terms of kickoff defense all year long in special teams. And, hey, you know what? Things happen. So now it's your turn to return a favor.
Yep.
We go back on offense. Hey, you know what you do, though, on offense? You're going to take a winded defense and pound it against them again.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's only real almost if you can call it a positive, is get the offense back the ball.
Exactly. So it's 21-19 Venice. Just as fast as you take the lead, they take it right back.
Nice methodical 7-8 minute drive for a score would be really nice from the offense.
Hey, no reason to be disappointed if you're the Canes other than gave up the lead. But here's a kick. It'll be Iron Jackson this time from the 12. Across the 20. He'll spin by one, still stay on his feet. That was an amazing acrobatic move. I don't know how he stayed on his feet, get the ball out to the 30.
And, guys, I love I love watching our tailback 21 out there pounding the ball, but I would not mind a little lightning to go with the Thunder and throwing Iron back there in the backfield for a little speed, hit the edge.
Yeah, especially since he didn't play defense, obviously.
Right.
There was no series there. So, yeah, so he should be pretty fresh. And I agree with you.
Wouldn't be surprised if that's somewhere in the playbook coming up. Whether it's now, somewhere on this drive, or you do it in the fourth quarter when you've kind of pounded on them a little bit more. And let's see if this offensive line can continue to exert its will up front. They've done a very good job through the first 2.5 quarters here. And this time, a mishandle of the handoff. He kind of bobbled it, Kyrie did, and he gets back and picks up a yard. Ball was a little bit high on the handoff.
Yeah, a little high there. They got the offensive lineman again in there. McKee again as the little wing back and kind of leading. And we'll see if that continues to go as we move forward.
Here goes 2nd down and 9. This time McKee's in behind. He's going to try and help that offensive line a little bit. Kyrie Jones doesn't find a whole lot of running room on that one. Another couple of yards. It'll set up a 3rd down and about 6. Going to have to get the ball to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, now it looks like, obviously 3rd and 6. There goes McKee, bring another skilled guy in. You're going to probably got to run the ball, pass the ball here. And I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a little rollout, get Jace out of the pocket. Unfortunately, he's a left-hander, so you got the main field
yeah,
here,
you got
right.
Short side over here.
Or, maybe Corbett here with the one-on-one situation with their best guy, Chuck Brantley, see who gets the ball.
We haven't called Ty Nevels on offense yet all night.
In the slot.
He's in the slot, and he can get about to the 48. Just get to the sticks and turn around. See if Jace can deliver it where it needs to be. Takes the snap. He drops back. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down, and Canes will have to punt it away.
Yeah.
They brought pressure.
They brought pressure off the edge there, the outside backer. And it's a pretty simple, probably the ends go slanting inside, and that's, again, McLeod being left tackle. He's probably got to pass the guy off, crossing his face, get out to the outside backer. But, again, he's a new guy on offense. But, maybe Jace also got to make that guy miss a little bit and be an athlete and try to make a play. But tough series there for the Hurricanes.
That's a learning moment. You identify where that blitz is coming from. You always throw it into the blitz.
And I tell you, I'll wait till after this play here.
Snyder on to do the punting. He gets it. He's going to get it away, and dangerous return man will not get an opportunity. It's going to be a great field position. The ball went out at the Venice 39-yard line.
So I always like to remember what bit me. So a 3rd and 6, they brought the house. We've had a lot of success with the quarterback draw, and your next 3rd and 6, if they're going to be aggressive, might be a good time to take advantage of their aggression.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Venice will go back on offense, leading 21-19, 6:24 to go, 3rd quarter.
I think this is where defense has got to come up big, because I just feel the momentum shifting a little bit.
Here's a handoff interior, and he's going to be stuck by Markel Jackson, but not before he picks up 6. 2nd down and 4. Here's another handoff inside, and this time they'll meet him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be Ty Nevels along with Nathan Hyman on the stop.
Ron Harley will not get credit for any tackle or anything on that play, but he was unblocked and caused the pileup by going low on the pulling guard. And he won't get any credit, but great job. And they moved.
Yes, they did. They had a 3rd and 3 situation. They tried, sometimes they go almost too fast for themselves.
Yeah, almost too quick. But, again, going back to Ron Harley, great job causing the pile up so that the running back had no lane, and we cleaned up.
So Venice is going to have to get to their own 49-yard line for a 1st down here. He'll take the snap, throw it in the flat. Canes are all over that one, and they go nowhere and actually may have lost a half a yard, and that'll push them back to a 3rd and 9 and a fourth down. I'm sorry. And I'll tell you what, that was a very, very gutsy play.
Well, and, we were really close to that in one of the other series.
No way they go for it here.
No, they're
shot.
going to try to jump us or quick kick it.
I'd run a guy back right now. Hey, they moved again. Thank you very much.
Hey, the last play was kind of a unique formation with the bunch down here at the bottom by me, and I almost wonder if that's a formation that they're only running 1 or 2 plays out of, because it seemed like at every possibility for a play as an option for the quarterback, we seem to have 3 red jerseys everywhere he could go.
Yeah.
So now Venice will hurry on with the punting unit, and they'll send one man back, and I agree with that. They're playing for that fake. This ball is going to go down.
Get away from it.
Get away. It's going to get a Venice roll down to the 25-yard line of the Canes. And then we got a arbitrary flag thrown there in the middle. I have no idea what it is. No, he just dropped it. He picked it up. Never mind. We've got a water break on the field. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout ourselves. Venice leads 21-19, 4:58 to go third quarter. You're watching Manatee Hurricane football presented by Conley Buick GMC. All right, we're back here. Joe Kinnan Field, Hawkins Stadium, 4:58 to go, third quarter, 21-19, Venice leads. Canes get a stop defensively, and now will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. I would try and find a way to get E.J. Allen all into this ball game.
Yeah, no question. He's dangerous with the ball in his hands.
Here we go. Hand off to Dunbar. He's got nowhere to go. He just kind of tiptoed. And he tiptoed because why? Because there was nothing available, and I don't think he's 100%. He's still down.
I do not think he is. I agree with you.
No.
He still is down, and I think that's why he kind of tiptoed.
Yep. He started to go and then just stopped. And you know what? You're going to have to lean on a couple of the other players now back there, and I think Iron Jackson's going to be one. Hey,
sure.
and there's nothing wrong with getting Roy in there because Roy's going to hit the ball hit the hole so quickly. I think there's a great opportunity for him. Yes.
Oh, no question. Now I do know that Roy last week had a hit point and someone hit him right in the hip early there in the second half when he came in, and so hopefully he's fine there. But if not, I mean, I agree with you. Fresh legs, and I would love to see Iron in there, and even some swing routes that we do. We like to throw that swing route to the running back. You know, if he's in there, that's a threat now. The outside linebacker's got to come.
Every stop of play, Peacock is pleading his case for something.
I would agree with you guys on the offensive play calling or the substitutions at tail, and I would also say I would love to see Jace pull a couple of these. On the last one, there were yards to be had if he had pulled that one, and I think it'll soften up the middle if he starts pulling it now and again.
Well, listen, I'll applaud Jabari for even making the attempt to come back out here and play. That was so Iron Jackson will substitute in his spot.
Wait a minute, are they going to let us go here and he's not off the field yet?
Hey, why not? Here we go. Here we go. They'll fake the handoff to Iron. Now he's going to pump fake, and he's going to be hit, and it's incomplete. Thank goodness. I don't know why he pump faked because the guy was there.
He was there.
He had Keenan there. That's where he should have thrown it. I think he was looking
open
to go to,
And you can hear Coach Green next to us saying, throw the ball. You know, it was there. Whatever the route was, whatever the play, route combo, it was there. Now you put yourself in a long 3rd and 11 where obviously he's definitely throwing, down, and maybe it's a screen, something like that. But here's a guy, you said him earlier, Ty Nevels has not touched the ball yet.
No.
And he's a 3rd down machine. And so hopefully he can get something open maybe, but we've got to have protection up front.
Yep, he's Manatee's Adam Humphreys, Rex Burkhead. I don't care who you want to call him. He is money on 3rd down situations as far as receiving. They're counting you down. There goes a delay of game. So we are self-destructing here with 4:23 to go in the third quarter.
Both offenses here come out of halftime kind of look a little ugly with some penalties and things. We got to clean it up.
I mean, we have got Venice on the hook, and every time we think we got them, it's like going fishing. All of a sudden, that fish gets one more burst and takes off running, and we can't slow it down. So we're going 3rd and extremely long. They're going to bring pressure again. They're going to hit Ty Nevels, and then he's going to fumble the football. And
give me helmet.
There it is. Thank you.
Yeah,
that was targeting all day.
100%.
No question, helmet to helmet there. So good call. But listen, here's another thing. I'll come back to the offensive line. They did a slant at the end, slanted inside. Outside linebacker came free at Jason. Jace got it away quick enough. But that's McLeod there being new to the position. I know he's played 3 or 4 games, but you've got to be able to see that, slide that guy to the inside, and you got to take the outside guy.
Well, we get the first down based on it's on the target. He was going to be short of it, but I'll tell you what, there's no doubt, no question whatsoever. They can boo all they want on this sideline. You can watch that on film. It's clearly a targeting situation. Hit him so hard, in the helmet area that it knocked it off. I mean, he lowered his head. And
that was textbook, yeah.
If that was college football, he'd probably
ejected.
ejected.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, you can't go low like that and go helmet to helmet. There's no question. And I know they're not going to like it. Nobody ever likes when targets called on you. I mean, I get it.
So the clock is running, 3:40 to go, third quarter.
We have all kinds of confusion with personnel down here.
As can be with this personnel. It's unbelievable. Here we go, Kyrie Jones in the backfield. 1st and 10, Canes at their own 48-yard line. Here's the handoff to Kyrie, straight up. And right now, Venice has an answer for this, and I don't know if they're doing something different on the front 4.
They're bringing the linebacker definitely quicker, especially when they see us with that up back guy. 81's in there now. It was McKee earlier. They're bringing the guy much quicker.
So what do you do? You can run a play action off that all day.
Absolutely, and run a route just right behind where the linebacker's coming from.
Correct.
Quick and easy read when he comes. I'm just dumping it right over the D-line.
2nd down and 10. Jace takes a snap. He drops the snap, picks it up, and now he's going to go down. And here's the deal. He dropped the ball, and when I look where everybody is, nobody was open anyways. But the fact of the matter, the one thing I don't like is we're walking around like we're dejected. Yeah. And there's no fire. You're down 2 points. Guys, the game's far from over. I get it, things aren't clicking well. But, hey, you know what makes a good team great is winning when you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we've done that the last 5 games, really. Yeah. We've come back and found a way to win in certain situations. And, hopefully they go back on that experience.
Where are we going right here? Oh, we got Brantley on the outside. Corbett can run a go route on this linebacker and just beat him to death. There it is. Cross to Corbett. Corbett spins out and stays on his feet. He's to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jaden Corbett. Jaden Corbett, 59-yard touchdown reception. And the Canes go back out in front, 25-21.
Listen, I don't know if there's really anybody that I've seen, a wide receiver-wise, that can make guys miss like Corbett and spin off. And you called it with Corbett right there on the inside. I just don't know if I've seen a guy that can do that. Corbett does a fantastic job.
I'm going to tell you, the last guy I saw do it that well, and I know he's in the stands here tonight, Quentin Bundridge.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? He reminds us. Corbett reminds me a lot of Bundridge. You're absolutely right.
I cannot believe we're kicking an extra point right here.
Well, here we
a lot of time left.
Different kicker on right here, Caleb Phillips. Here's the kick. The kick is up, and it is good. Thank you, Caleb Phillips.
Venice hardly rushed the ball. I think they were as stunned as I am that we were kicking it. They were waiting for a fake.
26-21, Canes go back out in front, 1:53 to go. And, hey, way to answer with a good drive.
No question. That was a big 3rd down and long play that obviously resulted in the touchdown there. Ultimately, 6-play drive there for 75 yards. Ended with that obviously great catch by Jaden Corbett, throw from Jaden Brzezowski for a 59-yard touchdown. And really huge momentum push for the Hurricanes. And all your scoring recasts brought to you by Buccaneer Pond, of course. 2 locations, Bradenton and Sarasota.
Well, let's see if the Canes get down and do what we're used to seeing them do on kickoffs and good coverage. They've been stellar all year. The last one resulted in a kick return for a touchdown by the Indians at 95 yards. It'll be Keon Sears this time. Will be back deep for the Indians.
A big stat too, Jaden Corbett. I think this is his 4th, maybe 5th game with over 100 yards received. I think maybe one time he didn't go over with 100 yards. So big-time receiver for us, obviously.
So here goes Chris Schneider, the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff, and this will be a short kick taken at the 14. He's going to get across the 20, and another good run, and he's going to be forced out by Jaden. Not just forced out, pounded out of bounds.
Oh, Corbett drove him into the ground. That's a wide receiver.
Absolutely love that tackle over there on the far side. Great special teams play. So 1:46 go third quarter. Canes up 26-21. And the Indians will start from their own 40-yard line.
I think this is, this could be a huge, just like I talked about the other series for the Venice Indians, this could be a huge one for us. The momentum moving is now always kind of shifted toward us. This could be another big one if we maybe a turnover. Turnover would be huge.
The needle on momentum has bounced back and forth in this entire game. So here goes Blazek looking to fire. He's going to throw a slant, and
great job.
He had an open receiver there in Jay-Sean Platt. He just missed him.
If we just keep them out from scoring on this drive, I think it's a big momentum changer.
I 100% agree.
Right.
100% agree.
Just get them off the field in short order, put their defense back on the field.
See, I wouldn't mind seeing some pressure from the weak side with only the tight end on the other side.
2nd and 10. They're going to hand off, and this time he's going to be met after about a 5, maybe 6 yards. They'll give him 6.
Good job there by Markel Jackson filling the alley there, which is exactly what you want your free safety to do. Good job there.
3rd and 4. Devon Stewart will check in. Ron Harley will go out. See if we can get a little bit of pressure.
Oh, God.
We got a guy uncovered at the bottom.
Yeah, why are you
There's
doing
a
that
handoff,
so late?
and this time it's going to be Samu Vave with a stop. Nathan Hyman in there to assist.
Sorry, Danny. I know we like to shift guys back and forth in our wideouts, especially with Iron kind of being the lone guy over here on the sideline, but you can't do that late. You got to just stick what you got.
So 4th and 4. Let's see what the Indians do. I'd be surprised if they don't go for it, but let's see. They'll try and draw them off first.
Don't jump.
Dylan Turner in the backfield. I don't believe he's going to get it. It's going to be Blachik trying to fire it down the field. He's got a man open, and Tyreek Allen in coverage, and there's nothing there, and there goes the flag.
Yeah, he was pulling at him. Looked like he was pulling a little bit. There's no question.
He got him.
And you know what? At the end of the day, if you're beat, you're beat. You'd rather get beat and have a 15-yarder than beat for a touchdown.
Yep.
That's right. That's the way you used to coach it. If you're beat, you do whatever you have to do to prevent the score, and he did. I mean, he got beat, so you're still going to – coach will be on you for that.
Unfortunately, it looked like we were really close to getting pressure there on Colin, and that's unfortunate. But, look, he was beat, and, make the play. And, look, here's the thing about Tyreek. He'll bounce back. He'll forget about that and come next play, come up and stick somebody. Or maybe
I don't have an issue with it. I mean, never give up the touchdown. I mean, I'm all for it.
And Tyreek actually got beat at the very beginning in about first 10 yards of the route.
And caught up.
Yeah, he had pulled about 5 yards on him right off the bat, and Tyreek reeled him in and was able to at least, disrupt it. 15-yard penalty.
I'm sure he was looking for something to be underneath, and the guy just took a straight go route on him.
He sure did.
There we go. 1st and 10 Indians at the Manatee 39. This time Blazek takes it. He fires a quick slant. It's caught, and Iron Jackson on the stop immediately, but not before they pick up 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4.
It's only Platt's 2nd reception of the game, which is surprising, coming in with 30-plus receptions.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and find a way to get him the football more. This time they'll hand off to Turner. Turner has nowhere to go. He's going to be bottled up quickly. Nathan Hyman, Devon Stewart.
There must be something wrong with
Jannard Dunbar.
Demarion Escort, which is their leading running back coming in, because he really hasn't been in the game other than when he came off a little bit, his hand or something was messed up. It looked like there's a scrum for the ball here.
They're claiming that ball is, well, Manatee's fighting like it's loose. They're all fighting like it's loose.
It's into the quarter, so let's see what we got.
Venice came out of the pack with it, so regardless, we're going to be at the end of the quarter one way or another. So Manatee leads 26-21. When we come back, we'll have the 4th quarter action for you. Again, Canes lead 26-21. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC. right, welcome back for the final quarter here. Canes lead 26-21. Venice will have the ball on the Manatee 34-yard line. We'll wait till they get the chain set on the far side. We got 3rd down and 4, long 4. They marked 4th on the down mark. It's actually 3rd. So 3rd down. Blazek takes the snap. He's going to look. He's going to fire the quick slant.
Ooh,
and this time, almost, Tyreek Allen was there. He tried. It was one-handed to get to it. But I'll tell you what, they're trying to go to who you just asked about.
Yeah, Platt, right? He's only got 2 receptions, and he's your guy. That'd be like Corbett only having 2 receptions. That's
Correct.
their guy. And so that's what they're trying to go back to, a quick slant. Great job there by Tyreek, just reading the route, really. And Platt couldn't finish her out.
And by the way, for him with the mindset of a DB, he just got beat deep the previous play, and he's still aggressive enough to jump that route underneath.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's a stud, man.
4th down, and, well, now they say 5, but here goes Blazek under pressure. It's deflected and incomplete. Samu Vave gets a hand on that pass, and it's a turnover on downs, and the Hurricanes will take over at their own 34-yard line.
Momentum, baby. I told you, I just felt it. Great job. I don't know who. Was it Vave on
Samu, yep.
Listen, you talk about a kid coming to his own. The kid's played, maybe about 10 games.
Exactly.
It's his first, second year really playing football. Great job there by Vave. But here's really, to me, the ticker, the stats. Venice right now is only 4 for 9 on 3rd downs. They've had to go for 4th down 4 times. They're 2 of 4 on 4th down. That's huge for us to be winning on 3rd downs and then winning, obviously, on 4th downs on defense. So here's who the Dolphins get.
Get a turnover on downs. Let's go cash in with 6 right here.
You want me? I know we've been running the ball. I like going for the throat from the jump. Right here. Let's do a long ball right here. Give it to Corbett. I know he's one-on-one with Chuck Brantley.
Here's the play action you wanted, right?
Here's a handoff to Kyrie. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to be bottled up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Hey, you've done it. It's such a great time to come with a play action at some point. Now, they're going to bring pressure now. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to look for,
a passing
not a bad opportunity to really run the quarterback draw either. You got some things that you can sprinkle around. Hey, last time we managed to get a mismatch, we just got to move some people.
See, now a good job. Now you see what they're doing. They're blitzing. I do not think they're going to call out of it. Nobody's looking back over the sideline. So put it right over the defensive line. Drag Keenan right across the middle.
Here we go. Let's see what we got for Jace. Takes the snap. He looks. He's dropping. He's going to be under pressure. He sidesteps the first guy. He's still rolling. He's going to throw it away, and a very good job at getting rid of it.
Might get roughing the passer. Oh, he's not going to throw it. It was a borderline call over here.
He tried to. He put his hand on it. And,
he did.
Said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went over there to discuss whether or not it was intentional grounding, which it was not. He was outside the pocket.
Oh, for
they
sure.
had a guy over there anyway.
That wasn't even close intentional grounding.
Nah, he cleared it. They are calling it. Are you kidding me?
What?
Oh, my.
How is that intentional grounding?
I disagree with that judgment.
I do too. So here we go, 3rd and 20. And it's hard to find too many plays in your playbook here for this one. Find me Ty Nevels. This guy down here can't hang with it. Here's a snap. He's going to hand off a draw play, and it's tripped up, and we're going to have to punt the ball away. Goodness gracious. You had an opportunity to do something, and we just shot ourselves in the foot.
Well,
not play
not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I think we got a terrible call.
I can't believe that was
It was a drive killer.
Even though you take the call for what it is. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can't get guys open. You're under pressure, so things just kind of collapse on our own. Nothing wrong with play calling. They just did a better job defensively against us. Snyder gets a snap. He's going to get the punt away. A low line drive that is not returnable. Good. And we'll go out around the Venice 37-yard line. So 10-16 left in our ball game, and the Indians will come back on offense trailing 26-21, and Manatee a couple of defensive this drive really is the one that makes or breaks you.
No, 100%. With Tim, and I can see Venice probably going to the run game a little more They kind of, they try to pass a little more last couple series. I could see them saying, just like we have in the past, challenge the offensive line, saying, let's go get it for us. And let's see what Venice does here.
Here we go. Be Iron Jackson matched up with their best receiver. This time they're going to fake it. He's going to look. He's going to run the wheel route to Johnson. Tyreek Allen in coverage, and a very good job by Tyreek. Stayed with him step for step.
For people watching, listen, the most difficult thing is running and turning your head. And really, DBs don't do a great job at this level of turning and pinning your hip, running towards against that wide receiver. And what a great job by Tyreek Allen.
I just had a funny feeling it was going to go to Johnson. He has not been a part of this offense hardly at all tonight. And you talk about the opportunity to try to mix some things up. 2nd down and 10 now for the Indians.
But pressure on Colin there by Hyman, which makes him throw the ball quicker.
Oh, you got to go after it again. I said Cornell. This time he's going to drop back. He's going to fire a quick slant. It's going to be caught and immediately stopped. But not before he picks up 8. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
That's Jay Sean Platt.
Yeah, I guess they're going to stay with the pass game, but I'll tell you, I'd be looking for mismatches if I were them. I wouldn't continue to challenge Tyreek Allen.
No, I would not either.
So on 3rd down, they'll hand off inside, and he's not going to get there. He's going to be short of it. His knee hit back on the 35, but they're going to give him a favorable spot, but be short of the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and 1.
Yeah, if they don't get this, they're showing they can't run the ball at all. They're going to have to stay in the air.
He'll take the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He'll keep it himself, and he does get the 1st down. He was fortunate.
Rarely pulls and takes it, Colin Blazek, but good job reading it there and pulling it for the 1st down, unfortunately for the Hurricanes.
I'm not even sure it was a read, Chad. I think that was called.
Probably.
He never, it was sort of looked like intentional from the snap.
Coming up on 9 minutes ago in our game. Venice has the ball at midfield, 1st and 10. Blazek, the quarterback, takes the snap, looks to his right, under pressure. Vave just misses him. He was back there to him. Now Blazek's going to take off and run. He's going to be across the 40 down to the 35. And, oh, my goodness, we're just a shade of coming up with a big sack.
Very close. I mean, Vave is within a yard there of really making a huge play for us. And he'll want that one back for sure.
1st and 10 now for the Indians at the Manatee 35. Here's the handoff inside. Vave will track him down coming off the far side, coming behind him. And now things kind of shift. It looks like Manatee's kind of a little slow getting up off the ball.
We're
we
a
look
little
winded. Yep. 2nd down and 7.
That's a big play, due to you, and especially on 4th down and a big play happens.
Turner in the backfield with Blazek. They looked like they moved early, but they didn't call it. That ball's going to be incomplete. He just had the receiver open and completely missed him.
Hey, look at the tight end on my side jumped, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it'd be 3rd and 7. Clearly, without a doubt, 2-down territory. Venice is not punting in this situation.
No.
Regardless.
They only punted all one time all game. They've gone for it 5 times on 4th down.
Yeah.
We have an uncover. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, we shifted.
Gosh.
We go 3 receivers to the right. Blazek takes a low snap that bounces up to him, and he's going to fire. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be enough for another Indians 1st down. And that receiver's slow getting up.
Yeah, it looked like when he went down, and that's Platt.
That's Platt.
It looked like when he went down, it's kind of weird on his ankle there. Brought up some turf when he went down. It's kind of almost looked like maybe twisted ankle.
So who have you not heard from in a while?
On the field, so that should have been a flag right in front of the ref, but that's okay.
The one guy on that Indians lineup we haven't heard from in a while
Wolf.
Came up with a big play. Exactly.
Yep,
Weston
and
Wolf.
now they're coming in quads here. If Wolf stays and he's the 4th receiver, which would be Markel. Oh, now he's going to the other side.
And they'll have to call a timeout. The Indians take a timeout, 7:43 to go in our ball game. Manatee leads 26-21. You're watching Manatee Hurricane football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
All right, so the Venice Indians will have first down and 10 at the Manatee 23-yard line. 22 maybe. Hard to tell from way over here. When they're on the far side of the field, and we're on the other side of the 50. So
I'll give you 22.
22 it'll be. That's what we're going with.
Right.
That's what Chad calls it.
Trips under the boundary. All right.
Yeah, they're going to throw away.
Bring a man in motion. They'll flip it to Stephon Johnson, who's got nowhere to go.
And that's only Stephon's second touch of the night, and really it was the same play, that same little deal.
Jannard Dunbar on the stop, and actually he came into this game with 6 tackles for losses, and there is another tackle for loss for him on the year. 2nd and 12. Blazek takes a snap, looks to his left. He's going to fire quickly out in the flat, and it's going to be knocked away. Iron Jackson on coverage.
Yeah, good job by Roan, just being physical there. I don't know if Iron knew he had the ball or not, but just being physical is what really broke the ball out of the wide receiver's hands. Intended there for Weston, Miles Weston.
Here we go. Vave comes in. Stewart goes out.
I like bringing some fresh legs. Stewart's been in this whole series. Vave went out and had some.
I like it
break.
just because Stewart's getting a little chippy on that last one. We don't need anything crazy going on.
Watch Vave slant across that tackle's face.
Here's a snap. Here comes Blazek dropping back. He's going to fire deep, wide open receiver, and he overthrows him.
And listen, he had, what are we doing? No way. What are you
No,
calling?
he got him on the hold, guys. He held him right off the bat, and I thought we got away with it, but it was pretty blatant down here.
Shoot.
That's why he overthrew him by 4 yards.
I was going to say, he had all kinds of room, and
well, I'll tell you this, though. Colin got hit by Vave, and he'll remember that one. And we just got to finish that, though. It can't be an after the play thing or right when he's throwing it. We got to do it right before. Look to maybe see if we can get back there while he's trying to throw the ball.
It's actually
Watch
third down. They've got 4th on that marker again.
Yeah, it should be 3rd down.
Yeah, we have struggled.
Well, they're talking.
Let's not go reminding anybody of anything.
The side judge on your side already called it 3rd. I saw him look at the white hat. I knew it was 3rd, but he was correct in it. So the hold does not give them the automatic first down as it does in professional football. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 3.
And I look for Venice to throw the ball here because they're going to go for on 3rd down or 4th down.
Yeah, give me a bad snap. I'll take that.
Bad snap would be fantastic.
Be awesome.
As our old buddy Mulock would say, turnover, baby.
Yep.
They moved.
There's movement. That'll help a little bit, too.
Left guard moved. Fantastic. You cheater.
Back 'em up 5. 7:05 to go in our game. Field goal does Venice no good.
And I
guess it does. If you had to, you could kick it, and you're
I don't think they
down
will.
2.
If I know Peacock, he ain't going to do
I don't think they've attempted one all year either. So,
not even,
yeah, they're not going to kick one ever.
No, I could see him going for the end zone here.
Yep.
Watch Wolf by himself.
Here's a snap. He drops back. He looks. He's going to – he has to pull
Get
it
up.
down. We had pressure there, and then it's tipped up in the air. Great job.
Was that Cornell Thomas?
Yes, Cornell Thomas got his hands up to deflect that football.
Great job, Cornell.
Wide open receiver, and if he don't get his hands up, that's caught, and he's got room to turn and run for the end zone.
That's effort. That's heads-up football play right there.
Was Colin over the line of scrimmage, though, when he threw that? Was he over the 25?
I'm down here right at the pylon, and so I don't have the angle on it, but I'm questioning it myself.
I don't know if he was past the 20, but that's fine. But great job by Cornell getting his big paw up there.
Yeah, Shakir's right at the line of scrimmage, and he's not shy to tell you if he thinks he got the ball wrong.
4th down and 8 for the Indians. See if Manatee can come up with a big stop. It's going to be Blazek throwing towards the end zone. He's got a man open, wide open,
touchdown.
And it is a touchdown.
That's Platt in the corner. And unfortunately, Tyreek's running, looking at the ball. He needs to run to the wide receiver and then get his head around instead of running it while he's watching the ball. You're slower doing that.
It's twice
run to the end zone.
On 3rd and 4th down situations long where they've gone for the home run, and we just don't have an answer for it.
Correct.
To be honest, he dropped that thing right in the breadbasket. That was a flawlessly executed corner.
I'll give him the credit. There's no doubt about it. But
if Tyreek's there, I don't even know if he's going to really defend it, but, unfortunately.
Tyreek's
technique.
closer. I think his athleticism will get him up there to make it. So Venice is going to go for 2.
This is big.
3 receivers to the right. Blazek takes a snap. He's going to
Got
look under
him.
pressure, and Manatee does not pull him down, and it's going to be
Intercepted. by Hyman.
Hyman, great job,
Give us
Nathan
2
Hyman
points.
in the end zone. So it's 27-26 Venice, 6:52. Really and truly, folks, still an eternity to go in this game.
Absolutely an eternity, especially timeouts left and all that. But that's a big stop by the defense, because now it at least allows us, we know a field goal can win the game for us. You know what I mean?
Well, another. It's,
Would
I
you
say
expect
another,
anything really
but
different from this game?
no,
game?
but
I mean,
just
slugfest a little bit.
Look at where, from the time Coach Shakir has been here to where we are now in this Venice series, it's progressed a long ways. I mean, we got manhandled
No doubt.
one year, and every year we've gotten better. Last year we beat them. They beat us in the playoffs. Now we're in a nip-tuck game, similar to a lot of games we've seen in the past. So, hey, you can't
And
ask for
obviously
anything better.
From us on our side, obviously we're Manatee guys, and so we believe our team's good. The Venice is nationally ranked. They're top in the state, and their quarterback's been talked about being the best in the state, in the nation, and all that stuff. So we winning this game, like you said, is huge.
Tyrone Jackson will take it from the 12. He'll be across the 20.
There it is.
Straight up the middle. He's got some room. He bounces outside. He's going to be straight up the gut. Will he outrun everybody? He's to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, the 10, the 5. Still stiff arm, and it's pulled down to the 2.
Penalty. Give me a flag.
Unbelievable return. The Canes will set up first and goal at the 2-yard line following a tremendous return by Tyrone Jackson, who did everything he could to get to the end zone.
Horse collar? No horse collar on that call? On that? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a horse collar.
It would be a 1-yard penalty, Jack.
I'll
at the
take
2.
Hey, I'll take it from the 1 instead of the 2.
Well, yeah, all right, I'll give you that.
I don't care where it's at.
Listen,
Just put it at the 2 and pound it in.
Fantastic job by Roan, though, of reading the blocks. And hey, here's who doesn't get a whole lot of credit: the blocking, the kickoff return team. Great job by blocking, because he wasn't touched until he got tackled.
He took that ball from the 12 and takes it all the way down to the 2-yard line. That's an 80-yard return. And
isn't it funny, special teams
all I can say is
in this
wow.
game, we went down and scored. They returned one for a touchdown. Now they go down and score here a little bit later in the game. We return one down the 2-yard line. How big are special teams in the game of football? You know what I mean?
So far, though, we've seen this. We did it in the Palmetto game. We had a couple of returns inside the 5, inside the 2, and we got into a little discussion with somebody earlier this evening who's a Palmetto fan and talked about, hey, this is what Manatee does well, special teams.
Absolutely.
Coach Stollard and Coach Shakir both huge on special teams. So let's see if the Manatee Hurricanes with 6:38 can pound it in here for the 2-yard line, first and goal.
Going
Kyrie
right up the
Jones in the
gut.
backfield. It'll be a handoff to Kyrie. He's going to be met at the line. He's going to come up a yard shy. He gets 1. Here we
I'm
go.
going up tempo and just going.
Hey, you got 4 downs to get it in. And, hey, look at your 2 guys, Derek Maurice and Charles Armstrong. I'm going off that side if I can get there.
Uh-oh.
That's the way we went, and that's the way we
jumped.
We jumped.
We moved.
And that's a killer.
And who moved?
I couldn't see, to be honest with you. It's somewhere is in the interior
He'll probably
lineman.
announce. Coach is going to. He'll get the number if you pay. They'll call. They'll tell him the number. Coach is definitely going to ask.
I'm going to go with the tight end.
But
the
that's
one
a killer.
moved,
If it's a wide receiver, I swear. That's a killer, though. I mean,
especially if it's a wide receiver way over there, because you're not going anywhere.
No.
Manatee's going to take a timeout to discuss things, and it's a good timeout. Recollect yourselves. Let's figure out what we want to do. You've gone from the 2 to the 1. Now 5-yard penalty. He's going to back it out to the 6. It'll be second and goal from the 6 after this timeout. And, hey, excitement. And here's another little twist. Let's throw this in here right now. Manatee has not attempted a field goal. So
I said that a couple of games ago. I said let's get
Sarasota
one in.
game. You brought it up, and it should have been done.
Let's get one in just to make it. Hey, we've done one before instead of now having to need it and to go into a game. You know what? Here's I'll just kind of took the headset off. Listen to Coach Green. Watch a little rub route here. Don't know where, don't know who, but just watch it, kind of sound of the call. Makes it like a little rub route. Almost, that's big time. Clemson did it 4 or 5 years ago to score with Renfro.
Oh, there you go. You got Nevels and Neary down here on the bottom. It's going to be fake hand. Nope, they hand off to Kyrie, and he battles his way across the 5 to the 4. So the question is, are we 2 down territory? This is absolutely deflating to start at the 2 and not get the ball in the end zone. So you've got to get it in.
I think you got to take points.
Yeah, if you can't kick a field goal from the 5-yard line,
it's an extra point.
Well, we've missed 2 extra points already, too.
That's very true.
Again,
but
guys,
I think you got to take points.
I came here to stick it to you. So, who are we not? What are we doing? We are absolutely
we're going to have to burn
confused.
a timeout, I think.
Yeah, we're absolutely confused. Call a timeout. And Coach Green up here is not happy at all. And he's absolutely.
We called it timeout. Shakir got the timeout in.
Yeah.
How do we not know what? We have burned 2 timeouts down here on this drive from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that's something we may need here with 6 minutes left in the game, especially if we're only held to a field goal or something. That's something we're going to need, moving forward.
Frustration. Been through a lot of these, though. And I don't know, is there any better way to watch a football game than to see – here's the thing. We're in playoff mode already.
Sure,
you look at every game we've played, there really hasn't been a whole lot easy about it. Palmetto, an exciting football game in which we held on to win. Last week, Braden River, same situation. Now we're here with Venice. Hey, and by the way, next week we're back here home again against Southeast. And I would, everybody's like, well, Southeast is not that good. Well, let's see. Southeast had the lead against Braden River the last 4 minutes. So don't count Southeast at anything. It's a rivalry. And when you get into these inter-county games, these kids all know each other. Anything can happen.
And, I talked last week at the end of the game about eventually your team seems to gel and you all of a sudden play your best game. I feel like this has been despite some setbacks, special teams cost us 9 points and some delay of games, but this has been our best game up to this point.
I agree with you.
Here we go, 3rd down and goal. And Jason's going to roll left. He's looking, nobody there. We got a flag down on the field, so that's going to be a hold, and that's going to be on the tight end. Just puts his head down. We know automatically who it's against. And the question is, will they take the penalty?
I think I would with our kicking game. If I were them, I'd push it back.
There's not a doubt in my mind.
He declined it.
They're going to decline it.
Well, if you take it, you give him another 3rd down. Gives us another chance to score.
Yeah, but you're going to go from the 10. It moves them to the 20.
It looks like they're taking it.
Yeah, I would take it. I mean,
absolutely. Moves them back to the 20.
But it's still 3rd down.
Still 3rd down. You don't have to throw the end zone as well as you've done with your receivers. Just get it to somebody in open field and let them make a play.
Corbett makes guys miss.
Oh, all day long. Let's see who else we have out there, and we are absolutely confused again.
Well, we've only got
here comes Iron. I want the ball in number 10's hands.
You ain't lying. It's a mismatch, too. Now they're going to try and double up over the top of him.
Yeah, Iron against this short little white kid.
You got Corbett.
Oh, they're switching it up right now.
I'd still go after him.
Ty Neville's
go to Ty Neville, right to the post.
There's your 5 seconds.
Here he goes. Takes a snap. He's going to drop. He's going to fire to the middle. It's Corbett to the 5-4. Touchdown. Touchdown, Jaden Corbett. And the Canes strike from the 20-yard line. And put the Canes back on top, 32-27.
Huge play there. And here's what I like about the formation. You got trips on one side, Corbett left alone. And it's going to be really and
what about the athletes we have?
Brantley's one of the best DBs in the area, if not the best.
And he has owned
Corbett has just owned them, and he's been one-on-one with them all night. And Corbett does a great job.
Just take a look at Jaden Corbett. He's 6'2", 177, runs like the wind. I mean,
and is physical.
Oh,
you really don't tackle him. One guy does not tackle him.
He's limping a little bit, which I don't like. Rolled that ankle at the tail end.
So we're
going
to go for 2 here. I
Go
don't mind
for 2.
it. Field goal obviously doesn't matter if you don't get it. Field goal doesn't hurt you if Venice gets it.
Just to try and get yourself up by 7. Jace takes a snap. He's looking under pressure. He throws it out, and there's nobody there.
Oh, Neville's is dragging across, and it was pass interference, blatant. Wow.
Yep, no flag, so the 2-point conversion is no good. Canes lead 32-27, 5:51 remaining in our game.
Yeah, great job there to end that drive. I mean, obviously, it was only several plays, some run plays in there, 4 plays total. Ends up with a Jaden Corbett touchdown for 20-some-odd yards so by Jace. But, great job. All scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. 2 locations, Bradenton, Sarasota, and all stats. And even, we talk about how big and tall Jaden is.
Yeah.
Everything's brought to you by CSNL CPAs. Visit them online at csnlcpas.com. Huge play there.
Yep.
By Hurricanes.
Yeah, we got 5:51 to go in our ball game. Canes lead 32-27.
This may not be profound, but I'll tell you what I've learned so far in this game is that we ain't bad.
No, listen, we're playing a team, y'all, that played pretty darn well, I thought, against IMG's number 1 in the nation, bunch of all-star, 4 or 5-star kids. You take away some of the turnovers against American Heritage, who's another good team, playing actually St. Thomas, I think, next week. So we'll really see how well they are. No, I agree with you. This team for Venice has been ranked in the state nationally, and we're obviously, winning this game right here. Defense got to come up big.
We're not scared of them. We're toe-to-toe.
Yep.
Caleb Phillips will do the kicking duties this time. He gets a strong leg into it. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 2, but he got a good foot into it. He just kind of hooked it a little bit. And I like the idea. What they're doing there is trying to play the hash against the sidelines, and I like the idea of going over there. Hey, play the wind a little bit. If I take him out golfing, he'll figure that out. Let the wind push the ball a little bit.
But I'll take the 35-yard line over, a score or past midfield all day long.
Absolutely. Yeah. Defense has played well. Now it's time for them to find a way to get the ball back in the hands of our offense. We are down to 1 timeout. Venice has 2 timeouts remaining in this game. 5:51 to go. Canes lead 32-27. Venice will start this drive at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Colin Blazek takes a snap. He's under pressure. He's going to get rid of it, and the receiver's going to get the first down. Still haven't stopped. He gets across midfield, and we just let that tiny little receiver do a little bit of hand checking with us. Picks up 17 yards, and it's
Weston.
Kind of inexcusable, really.
Yeah, no, that is. I mean, we should have him tackled for the initial reception of 8 yards.
Remember, we're defending the goal line. That's all we're defending right now. They have to get to the end zone. Here's a snap. Blaze is going to fire a quick one. Oh, and it's.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense I want to see right now. We're not playing bend but don't break yet. We still have 6 minutes.
Here's the thing about that. Platt has not had the ball much. Hyman just leveled him coming across the middle right there on that slant, and he's going to remember that. He may not want to run that slant again.
Nathan hit him and said, hey, guy, I'm still here. That's what that was all about. And now this guy's going to run in from the side. I don't know what we're doing. We got the ball set on the wrong spot. There we go. Very good job.
That'll help.
That would have been a 2nd and 8, and it should have been 2nd and 10. Hey, way to be heads up over there. Good job by the official. Probably a better job by our coaching staff. Here's a snap. Blazek trying to get in and could have got it. They got away with a hold. No, he fell. That's just inadvertent contact
I thought
right there.
Their feet got tangled up and he was falling.
I did too.
But
not only did you get that, Devon Stewart was trying to spin out of by the tackle out there who was just mauled him like a bear.
And to be honest, the only thing that made that ball look catchable is the fact that he fell on the ground.
Yeah,
correct.
Because that's where it hit.
Right. He had no shot at that ball.
No.
But unfortunately, in high school, there's no such thing as an uncatchable ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're a Bayshore, it's any ball that takes to the air is pretty much uncatchable.
Not anymore. They're all uncatchable. 1st and 10. Blazek drops back, looking. He pump fakes. Now he's going to go deep to the end zone. Iron Jackson in coverage.
Good
and
coverage.
Right through the hands of Platt, the intended receiver.
Yeah, now that's going to be a tough catch by Platt.
Good coverage. He was with him.
Coverage.
Yeah.
He's throwing it up there. They're both. He wasn't expecting it in the corner there, more towards probably a post there. But Collins getting pressure. He's having to move a little bit in the pocket. Second time though, it looked like Devon Stewart getting pressure. To me, probably getting held, but White Hat's looking right at it. So I guess what am I?
5:13 remaining in our game. 2nd down and 10. Venice at the Manatee 32. He'll fake the interior handoff, then fire a slant.
Yes.
Oh, right through the hands of Ty Nevels, who tried to get up there to make the catch. And
yeah, it looked. I don't think Platt was ready because I think he thought Todd was going to intercept it, and it went right to his hands.
You give Blazek a chance. He did it against American Heritage. He's come into this ball game with 6 interceptions, and he tries to thread the needle on some things, and eventually it comes back to bite you.
And they've thrown now 26 times. I mean, when in Venice history, they've thrown 26 times.
Yeah,
they've completely abandoned the run.
3 seasons they didn't throw 26 times total. 5:09 to go. 3rd down and 10, Venice, Manatee territory. Blazek drops back, looks right, still under pressure. They gets away from the first guy, and they finally take him down. It's going to be Jannard Dunbar.
Yeah, he was looking for a wheel route, but over here on the boundary, the wheel sort of got tangled up, and it didn't form, and then the pressure got him.
It's going to be 4th down and 9. A huge 4th down situation, and Venice, they try to go hurry up, but they got a receiver that was all the way down the field. Now, what have they done every time on these things? They have gone deep.
Yep, no question. And I don't know if – now, Wes is down here by himself with Iron, which I'll put Iron on him all day.
Now, it's going to be Tyreek's going to have him in the slot. It's going to be a drop back. Blazek's going to fire it out. It's going to be incomplete.
Son.
Great
Harbaugh,
pressure. That is Samu Vave all in his face to force him to throw it early. And the Canes get the ball back on downs with 4:30 to go in our football game, leading 32-27.
Listen, great job. And Weston was down. Big Weston. Well, he's a big old wide receiver for him, tight end. And like I said, I wouldn't want anybody else really covering him other than Iron. And it didn't come to where the coverage had to be there. Colin threw it high. Valve's in there pressuring him. And I'm telling you, I think we said in the beginning of the broadcast, if we can get pressure on him, even sometimes when you don't sack him, as long as you're pressuring him, he's going to throw some errant passes. And that's what we've seen in this game.
Dylan McKee will be the H-back here, so Manatee will go big. They will hand off to Kyrie, who has nowhere to go. And hey, at some point in time, you got to test the outer half. And
you said it, Danny. I was just sitting here thinking to myself, gosh, just pull it. Just pull that baby.
Just one time. You've sold it inside, and there is so much running room. I mean, they are collapsed inside the tackles big time.
Well, Venice has obviously said, look, we're not going to get the run away anymore. I mean, we ran for over 100 yards in the first half. So they obviously said at halftime, we're done giving away the run, see if you can beat us throwing the ball, which we obviously have. We've made some completions. And that's something I think we got to run out at the outside, though, like you said.
2nd and 11, under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Manatee with the ball, they'll hand off to Kyrie, bounces it right, runs up the back, and there's no running room.
Then he pulls that, and my gosh, he's off to the races, man.
I just don't understand why one time you don't. I mean, don't put it all back on your defense. Do something yourself to help your own team out just a little bit. That's all you want to ask for right here. And I'll be honest with you, I would almost to the point of put Iron in. I need a burst of energy to get around that corner.
Yeah, you need some athleticism, and let's take around the corner. It doesn't look like that's what we're going to do.
Clock winding down to 3 minutes to go in our ball game. Here's a snap. They will hand off again. Kyrie's got running room. He's going to be a crossover. Enough for a first down. He needed 8. He got 10. 1st and 10 and 3:04 to go in our game. Venice has 2 timeouts remaining, so it's going to get in that part of the ball game where they're going to have to burn theirs.
And that comes back to us. I don't know. What do we know? All of a sudden he busts a run for 10, 11 yards and gets the first down. And
somebody go over there and find me Iron and put him in. Just tap our offensive coordinator and say, give me Iron one time to the outside.
But here's the thing. Clock's running. Clock's running, and,
Yeah, I'm fine with the way we're running here. Just keep
if
pounding it with the big guy.
If he's going to give us 10 yards on 3rd down.
1st and 10. Hand off to Kyrie. Battles forward and should have pulled it.
Just to change it up a little bit, just to make sure the defense knows, hey, look, I'm still a threat to run the ball. Quarterback pull the ball and go, and that way the next time that outside backer is going to have to hang on just a little bit. The inside backer is going to have to hang on just a little bit.
So the clock's going to get us under 2 minutes before he has to take this snap, and then we know a timeout is inevitable. It's coming.
Chad, I just want to give your center a little credit here. 53, he went up to the Mike linebacker and absolutely pancaked him into the ground about 5 yards downfield.
Big old Quentin Rome, the center for the Canes. Now we're under 2 minutes to go. He will hand off to Kyrie again. He forces it up, and now Venice is going to take the timeout. 1:51 o'clock finally stops. 1:50. Should have stopped on 1:52. We'll see if they reset that or not.
I thought Kyrie missed the hole just a little bit, about one gap tier to the right, and it may have been out the gate. But, look, 150 here left. We get the third down. Is it a throwing down? Is it a running down? What do you do here? I like in the middle of the field. I say roll Jace and make it a little run-pass option for him.
Well, here's the deal. If you run the football, you force them to use their last timeout if you don't get the first down. I still say figure out a way, pull it and get wide and do everything you can. Just stay in bounds to force that final timeout. If you're short, you're short, but please do not slide.
Here's what I don't Now
remember where you're going.
I don't think the timeout really matters because they throw the ball a bunch. So if they get incomplete, they're going to stop the ball. So I don't know if the timeout really, but I do agree with you. Let's have them waste it. But I agree with you. Let's get it out wide. Even maybe a handoff to Tyrone, or something. Where it looks like we're just probably going to run up the middle and see if we can break one.
Chad, I agree. That's what the situation calls for. But if you and I are defensive coordinators over there, what did we just tell our guys in the huddle during the timeout?
I'd go. Run it straight down the seam right here. You'll score. Here's a handoff to Kyrie. He's got nowhere to go over there.
So they got
Venice burns the final timeout.
Yeah.
1:45 to go, and Manatee will come on to punt.
They're gonna put it all on the defense, and defense got to win the game for you.
Yep.
And to me, you know what? Look, here's to me personally, defensive coordinator, been there. I want it that way. I want to win the game. I want us to put it on our shoulders, and we'll go win the game.
Yeah, but I'd sure wish we got another 30 seconds off the clock. I'd feel a lot more comfortable.
100% there.
And now the key is make sure we don't kick it to an athlete here, too.
What was interesting on that last play, when you look at it, the guy that's not on the field was Jaden Corbett. And really and truly, the way they came and jammed up, they had almost all 11 guys in the box. So you could have ran just a seam route up over the top and would have just blown the roof off this place.
And I don't.
Hey, hindsight's 20/20 though. I ain't never made a bad call in my life.
I don't even see Jaden on the sidelines. I know he kind of looked like it was weird on his ankle. He's not over on the training table, so no, it's Jabari.
All right, Chris Snyder on the punt. Jay Sean Platt is back deep. Here's a high snap, but he gets it. It's a line drive punt that Platt is going to take at the 22. Sidesteps his first man. He does not get past the second. That's going to be DeAnthony Brown on the stop.
Man, we got lucky all over the board there. High snap. They didn't really rush us, and then he kicks it right to the return man, which we didn't really want either. But good tackling downfield.
It was a good job by Venice, really. They guessed that. They guessed the fact that we were going to kick to that corner, and between that hash and that sidelines, that's exactly what they played for.
And we kind of been doing that.
Yeah, if you're really good at punting, he's going to sit there. You could have banged it the other way. So, but, hey, we got what it is. So Venice will take over their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. And Manatee jumps offside right up the middle.
Ponder coming in really for the first couple times a game. And
he owned it. He pointed at himself. Hey, it's on me. Let's go. Now he's going to come out. Harley will come back in. 1:35 to go in our ball game. Markel Jackson. He's going to be the safety back there. He's going to have to come up something big.
Wolf for the tight end up top. Iron would be on him.
Here's a low snap. Blazek takes it. He's going to try and go deep, and there it goes, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted. Oh, and what a great catch. Oh, my goodness.
That is the best athlete on our team.
Tyreek Allen with a tremendous interception. They tried to go deep, and he just, like a receiver, down the field, unbelievable. And that, my friends, is going to secure a victory for the Manatee Hurricanes.
Listen, I hear Coach Dunbar over here, the defensive backs coach, and it was a great play, unbelievable play by Tyreek, no question along. But I hear him yelling, "You were beat." And here's the great thing about Tyreek, athleticism.
What closing speed?
Hello.
Holy cow.
How great of a speed is him to finish that and really be able to catch that and eliminate that?
Hey, I don't know where Gene Brown is near Kevin right now, but go find me that number 2 and 0 and put it on that district championship board right 100%. Now in front of these Venice folks. And I hope we got something to go up on the board because they were talking to 2 that they would be district champions, and they're going to mark it up. Hey, Manatee Hurricanes, district champions, 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, and I love it.
Yep.
You know, and especially them coming in with the high-tout offense. This offense is throwing all these touchdowns and all this stuff, and this quarterback that's coming in. And listen, he's a good quarterback, no doubt. But I'll tell you what, right now, tonight we had the game. Manatee High School had the game.
They played the best game they have played all year, and we're slowly seeing the effects of getting better and better each and every week. And 40 seconds to go. We got one more snap, and we're not even going to have to take another one. There we go. That's going to do it.
Safe travels home.
Hey, and you know what? Venice beat us here in our own place last time, and it was in the playoffs. We got them again in the regular season, and you know what? Maybe we can get it one more time. Coach, great job. So happy for Coach Jaquez Green and this entire Manatee Hurricane coaching staff and players. A great win, and, hey, that's just another building block going forward. That's all that is.
Listen, there's no question. Here's the thing, and Kevin said earlier, I think we saw a game. I know we had the miscue on the kickoff return. I honestly think this is probably the most round game we've played. Defense made plays when they needed to. Offense, looked really well tonight. Other than, you had the turnover on downs and things like that, couple punts. But great job by the Hurricane. I think we're finally seeing us come together as a team. We've had a lot of injuries. You've had Coach Shakir out, and not being able to be on the sidelines. I think we're now finally seeing ourselves gel at Game 6, kind of midway through the season, although it's the end of our season. Game 6 is kind of a midway through a regular season.
Right.
And what a perfect time to do it as we're ending here the regular season to go into the playoffs.
Hey, I just got a text. They want to know who's going to the boiler room from here. Hey, I'll be there. Let's go. Well, I got to go back and celebrate this one. A couple of the coaches, I'm sure, will go. They wanted to go last time, so I'll spread the word when I leave out of here to let them know. Hey, let's go back. Let's go up to the boiler room and enjoy victory for a little bit.
There's a couple teams, to me, in my opinion, through playing, through coaching, that you just circled on the schedule. One of them is Palmetto because it's a rivalry and it's a big county rivalry. The other one is here, Venice Indians, because it's been a lot of times district games and really, you go back to even like 2000, they beat us and went to the state championship and won. We've beaten them on our way to the state championships and things like that. And so we've had a huge rivalry with Venice. And Coach Peacock actually respects the heck out of Coach Canan and what he's done with Manatee and the tradition he's done. And so there's no to beat Venice and kind of come back to where we were in the last 3 or 4 years, not beating them and not really playing with them, is a huge testament to what Coach Shakir has done with the program. You said that earlier, Danny.
Oh, and here's the greatest thing about this, and one thing that's kind of gone unnoticed. We're still unblemished. We're at 6-0 now.
Absolutely.
When we talk about beating Venice, hey, we beat Venice, we're district champs. Hey, we're still 6-0.
100%.
We have not lost, and really, I think gaining momentum when you look. It's like a snowball. We started, and it's coming down the mountain. It's just getting larger and larger as we're going, and you're seeing it week after week after week. Hey, a lot of people were disappointed after last week's game against Braden River and saying, hey, you know what, you played a great job in the first half. You disappeared in the second half. We played terrible in the first half of the first 4 games and played great in the second half. Hey, tonight was an all-around great effort, top to bottom, period.
Against a very, very good team.
Oh.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. Venice has pretty much earmarked in their bracket to pretty much go to the 4th round. I mean, they've pretty much got nobody in their way, and we could, barring some crazy stuff, maybe us being St. Thomas, whatever. This is a very good team, probably the best team we'll play all year, to be honest with you, and 32-27, and really, could maybe take one off because of the kickoff return and that sort of thing. But I mean, we are really coming into our own. And I think we've seen that from the offensive line, really gelling together from injuries and having to play guys where they had never played before. Really coming together on the offensive line is huge. And I think the team believes in each other. That's the big thing.
Yeah, we got Kevin down there. He's going to get a hold of Coach Shakir here, and hopefully we can
Danny, I'm right here with Coach Shakir. I'm going to hand the microphone over to him.
All right.
Oh, I'm looking for the –
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
And I got to say this. For the first time all year, I think that was the best football game y'all put together from start to finish, period.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We had too many mishaps. We had a special teams mishap that led them in the game, and we can't allow that.
Hey, tell Kevin to turn this way. Y'all
Coach,
face
turn
this
around,
way.
go
We'll get
toward-
we'll get a lot better connection.
reception.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. Hey, and another thing, let's look back. They made a couple of big plays on us. We get a great return down the stretch, but just one of those games that goes back and forth, back and forth. Most importantly, what I want to say to you is congratulations, district champions, in my opinion, 2 years in a row.
We claiming it. We are. Hey, we beat everybody in our district, so that's what we are.
Mark it on the board. Hey, Coach, we talked about it on the podcast earlier this week about the offensive line. We obviously ran much better last week, and really seeing the second game with those 5 guys together and gelling, they really showed in a lot of times, especially in the first half there. We rushed for almost 200 yards tonight.
Yeah.
Again, second game in a row. They're really starting to gel and come together as a unit.
Yes, they are. It's just cohesiveness.
Hey, one last question for you, and then you go enjoy it and enjoy your weekend. But, hey, I can't say enough of what a special athlete that you have out there. There's 3 of them that always come to mind for me. But Jaden Corbett, he's special, and he reminds me, we talked about it during the broadcast, he reminds me a lot of Quentin Bundridge, who played here as well.
Yeah, he does. He's a long athlete that can really do some things. So we just got to keep getting better and keep continuing to get other people involved.
Well, Coach Guy, congratulations to you, your team, and your entire coaching staff. Great job, and we look forward to seeing you back out here next week against the Southeast Seminoles.
All right.
Well, Chad, that's, wrap things up. We're getting a lot of, I got text from some coaches that have called it, texted in to me, and everybody saying, hey, that's the best Manatee team, and definitely we have more talent on the field than Venice does. And I agree with it. We did a great job. We shut down their best receiver. We got some pressure on the quarterback. We did a lot of good things you need to do. And I just can't say enough about the 2 drives. Those 2 drives, and really 3 altogether, but 2 of them with over, 25, possession. You're going to run 25, 27, 28 plays in 2 drives. Phenomenal.
And it really just wears on the defense. And I thought the keys of the game really obviously turnovers, but it was 1, could we run the ball, which we did. 2, can we bring pressure on a quarterback that likes to throw the ball? And I think we did enough to get him off. And you go back and look, I think he ends up less than 50% against us. Ends up with 156 yards, but under 50% completion. So that's a check. And we really held them to their run game as well. So now all of a sudden we're forcing them to throw, and now we can get some pressure and things. And, I really think other than special teams kind of struggling with the kickoff coverage and the 2 missed points, the extra kicks, other than that, it was almost a full facet. Yeah, you'd love to not have 27 points, but, one of that came on the special teams. So defense really gave up 3 touchdowns, and we scored 32. So good stuff moving forward and propelling us into the playoffs.
Yeah, Kevin, I talked to Coach Shakir before the ball game, and we talked about tonight's game. He said that he thought that this thing would come down to which team turns the ball over the most, which that's kind of what it came down to.
Yeah, well, that typically is the case in a football game. But to summarize the game and where we are in the season at this point, 1, we're 6-0. That's huge. We finally gelled, I feel like, as a team tonight. We think we played our best game of the season. The 2 keys were we ran the ball effectively against one of the best football teams in the state, and we shut down the run against one of the best football teams in the state and forced them to go one-dimensional and throw the football and end up throwing an interception that cost them the ball game in the end. So, hats off to up front, basically. I think in the end we won this in the trenches, even though that didn't – if you're watching from the stands, that wasn't what you saw. That wasn't the most exciting part, but that's where the football game was won. We forced them to go one-dimensional, and we really wore them down on the ground. So hats off to our kids. We played really well. Special teams had carried us up to this point, and then tonight they sort of stubbed their toe, but that's unusual. It's an anomaly. So I think we're in pretty good shape, and I don't want to say it's downhill from here, but we played the toughest team on our regular season schedule tonight, and we got out of it with a win.
I think you just you're regrouping it, and I mentioned to him going into this ball game, starting back with Braden River, you're on a 3-game run that technically is like being in the playoffs. So you're starting a little bit earlier. Very impressed with how we played tonight, especially considering the fact that you look at a Venice team who's already played 8 games. We've only played 5 coming in. Now we moved to 6-0. So very excited about where this team is headed, and looking forward to next week's football game. We'll be right back here again at Joe Canam Field at Hawkins Stadium. It'll be senior night here as well as we take on the Southeast Seminoles. So until 7:30 next week, again, the Canes victorious tonight, 32-27. Thanks to everyone involved in tonight's broadcast, Todd Solito, Kevin Van Ostenbridge, Gene Brown, Chad Choate. This is Danny Carter saying so long.